There's that little American homeless veterans, and that's what you scan for Amazon.
Okay.
I really hope that was just the opening to the stream.
Hey everybody, this is Grimcad, and we're back with some more D&D Wednesdays. Hope everybody's having a good time. And I kind of agree. I kind of hope that little bit of audio was in there at first. It may have been. But that's just the kind of quality you can expect from me. So at the moment, we are missing one of our peoples. Gots, she should be along shortly. But let's get a very brief round of introductions. Again, I am Grimcad. I am the DM for your adventure today. We are also joined by Janeon.
Ow.
Adrian.
Hi.
Rick.
Howdy.
And Tadpole.
Shut up and go away.
Oh, no. So a lot happened at the end of last week. Not last week's, but the week before last week's. Basically, we went around doing misdeeds, and everything sort of culminated around an event in the inn where some of the were-rats, Lorist and Gabriel, were setting up some sort of elaborate ritual in order to get the folks to sort of be very much more susceptible to any outside influences, such as the play that was going on, which was extolling the virtues of the shifting city, and speeches from you all as the party members. There were a bunch of fires set in the beginning as well. Even before that, I believe.
And after that, don't forget the fires after that.
And if I remember correctly, you guys did not set the ones before. It was the other party member who set that fire. So during the middle of this presentation, we got a little creative and started creating an image of one of the larger Kuthrik. Well, the townspeople, in their very susceptible state, believed it was real and started panicking heavily. And from their panic, they wound up turning it into a riot with a little bit of help. Like, I think it would have still been a riot of some sort, but certainly not as much without the help. We did some looting. We robbed a library of everything that was in it, pretty much. We set some more fires. On a personal note, Tadpole got revenge on Peter, the tavern over, for his years and years of mistreatment. Zoosh got to have some interesting culinary choices. And it all culminated in us setting more fires, burning down the inn, and burning down pretty much the city. Let's see. Rick does have in his possession one of the talismans that was owned by Elia, and I cannot remember if the other talisman got handed over back to Eckert or not.
I believe I have the other talisman.
I believe you still have it, yeah.
Yes.
Why don't we give it to
Because me and Rick were going to test if we can bring parts of the wall back to the city with us.
Hey, there'll be a good defense for this long combat, supposedly.
Right, and, yeah, because I remember in the middle of our panicking city, one of the things that we also did was block the city exits and entrances off.
And shove that one dude into the wall.
And yes, Rick threw a man into the wall. He was already dead, but, it certainly didn't help his condition any. Well, eventually we opened up the, what do you call it? The west gate of the wall, and people began to funnel out in sort of group. The rat folk were here at the entrance.
I don't know about the others, but you were choppy as fuck there for me, Grim.
Oh, okay. Let me check my Discord and leave and come back real quick. Because, you know, Discord. So the rat folk who were sort of at the gate posted were doing their best to sort of calm things down where they were, while at the same time making things much worse elsewhere in the city. We've gotten a fairly large group of people, or at least they have, all in one area, all calm, and we have just now sort of gathered, met up, and left the city with this large group of people. It's kind of hard, but if you had to estimate, you'd probably have 120 people or so with you in your group.
Some good money there.
Which is good money, and it's also a good portion of the town's population.
But we are leaving some behind, it seems.
Certainly. There's still crazy rioting going on, crazy looting going on. Some people are attempting to fight the fire, although to anyone with half a brain, it's pretty clear that it is obviously unfightable at this point.
Janeon's pretty good at lighting fires.
There were a bunch of fires lit as well. So it is still pretty much the middle of the night right now. I believe it is the night of the 14th day. So we're basically halfway through a city's shift. We've just sort of gotten everyone out of the city and away from the, you know, panicking, the shouting, the screaming, the crime that's going on inside the center of the city. Shoal has his men going around sort of keeping everyone calm, keeping everyone together. He's going through sort of taking stores of what people have brought with them. Because, you know, when the evacuation sort of quote-unquote order went out, it was told to grab whatever you can very lightly and then let's go. And he's being the sort of hero right now, reuniting families, children, that kind of thing, making sure he's being seen right now doing good.
Jeez, those orphans must hate him at the moment.
And this is where we're picking up, right here. We've just exited the city. Chola's doing his things with the rest of the rat folk, and you have just left. As far as I know, you have not particularly talked to each other about your actions. Some of you were together, of course. Some of you were not together, but we're just now meeting back, practically for the first time.
Well, I definitely didn't light any more fires.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. I mean, we could have a nice roast now, though. Imagine that red meat, you know. I have to get some dirt off it.
So, what would we like to do right at this point? We're pretty tired, to be frank.
Yes, I think a rest would be advisable. I could use a little recharge.
I mean, sure, but we should probably get these ones a little further away from their city so they don't, you know, have second thoughts.
Now, we're outside the city, right?
Yes, you are outside of the city at the moment.
Is there anybody left at all in the city?
Is what?
Anybody left at all in the city?
Yes, there are people still left. Hard to really get a grasp. Like I said, you've probably got about 130, 150 people with you so far. The city had a population of somewhere between, like, what was it, 700 and 1,000 or so.
Oh wow, so we've only got a small fraction of the city.
If I recall correctly, 700 might have been the high end of the population.
How many days travel from our city are we to this?
It was 3 days travel.
So would that be roughly 4 or 5 with, like, slower people and stuff, laden people?
That's a reasonable assumption to make.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because it usually takes, like, large groups of convoys a bit longer, even just marginally, if they're not like soldiers or anything like that. I mean, these guys have basically like been run out of their town by this point.
Sure.
or what's left of it.
Yeah, they're definitely more on the refugee side of things.
Yeah.
Does it look like they're going to be totally abandoning the city? Or do we need to help them along in this?
The group that you have with you is ready to go. You know, they've seen that the enemy is literally in the middle of their town. They can see their town is burning to, you know, high heaven. They're done. They're ready to go. They're ready to move on.
Smart ones.
Maybe we should help encourage the remainders. You know, maybe go in and set some more fires.
Well, we've got one section of the city already burned down, another 2 currently burning.
Yeah.
A 4th section that's been burnt before.
The center of the city and the south end of the city are currently on fire with, you know, fresh fire.
Yeah.
Are people actually trying to fight the fire?
Some people are. They are definitely in the minority.
And they're definitely failing.
Okay. Just thinking about hedging my bets is all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I reckon we take these ones back and then we should still have just under a week, or not just under a week, what? 5 days there. Yeah, 5 days there you'd have... Oh no, you wouldn't have time to go back again. I was going to say, we could take these ones back and then come back for some more, but we won't have time for that.
Likely not. Like, it would be certainly cutting it close. You know, if you got horses or something and you rode them real hard, you could probably make it in 2 days there and then 2 days back, but you'd be cutting it very close.
Well, I have an idea. Why don't we, those of you who have the amulets, do one of us have amulets?
2.
That control?
Yes, there are 2 amulets with you guys.
Why don't we start sending some pieces of the wall inside the city? Start breaking up the wall and sending it in the city.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, freak them out a little bit.
I mean, Janeon gets the look on his face that he often gets when an idea has just, you know, been planted in his mind and he's just going to roll with it, and he starts pulling on the power of the amulets and just breaking parts of this part of the wall off.
Hold on, let me stop you. You're doing it right there in front of everybody.
I mean, I won't do it blatantly out obvious and everything.
I mean, that's what it sounds like you're doing.
No, we're going to go and check on some things, being the heroes that we are.
Okay, we'll do it smart, yes.
We're going to go check the perimeter. I thought I heard cracking in the walls.
All right, so what's your strength at, Janeon?
My strength is... Give me a sec. My strength is 15.
Okay.
Yes, unfortunately, I am a dex-based.
We know that Rick can do it without too much trouble.
Yeah.
Rick being a powerhouse. You're more of you're struggling with it some. You can do it more often than not, as in you're not getting like wasted actions, quote unquote, too many wasted actions rather, but you're certainly not at Rick's level of expertise. Rick, are you going to join them in this endeavor to try to cause more havoc by sending sections of the wall inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna join them.
Okay. I would assume at this point, at least Zoosh would follow you as well. We got Tadpole. We got.
We'll take Guts along with us as well.
Okay. I imagine the party just goes at this point, unless Adrian, you would wish to do something differently.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. So we head up. Pretty much either to the north or to the south. It doesn't particularly matter to me. I would imagine more towards the north. From the outside of the wall? Question? Or are we going into the city to try to do this?
I reckon if we go in, and then we can just call chunks.
There's probably more places to hide inside.
Yeah.
And we can also direct where the walls go a little easier from the inside.
Are there any like bell towers or clock towers or anything along the northwest sections?
Any towers? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like bell towers or clock towers or just buildings that would be higher than most
Not
of the buildings.
particularly. It's mostly made up of, first floor type buildings,
Yeah.
Very cheaply sort of done. There's not a lot of lumber, and so things tend to be, ramshackled together almost.
Fair enough.
We're gonna pause for 30 seconds because my daughter really wants to say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Mwah. Okay, kiddo. So yeah, there's not really so much in the way of where you can get like a good vantage point from. A lot of the things, obviously the largest building was sort of the inn because that sort of doubled as a town hall. Obviously that's super on fire right now.
We're good at that.
But anywhere from about the temple, which if you recall is this building, and on, there's not a ton of people along these streets. One might think that more people would be going to the temple, but it looks like most of the people from the temple have already evacuated with you.
Well, they would be a bit smarter, I guess. Well, as we're going up past the first segment into the second segment of the wall, do we notice any like fresher clothed pieces of arm or leg in the wall or anything from someone that may have been thrown into the wall?
At a certain point, you do notice basically a bloody sort of stain towards the floor. But the wall itself isn't bloody. And in Rick, you would know exactly where you tossed him in. But there's no evidence of it on the wall itself. Like, there's no fresh, there's no pink or anything like that. It's still the same old solid white that you noticed before from the wall.
And there's just kind of a bit of a blood stain on the ground underneath.
Well,
I suppose it's this place as good as any to get started, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it looks like it.
or if there's no major bearing groups around us, we'll start pulling the amulets out. And...
All right. So, to what end are you exactly trying to do? Are you trying to make it like bash down buildings? Or are you trying to make it go after people?
I was thinking buildings more.
Okay.
I was thinking we've probably done enough murder or blatant murder for now anyway.
Alleged.
Alleged place of murder.
Very important
I
distinction.
was going to go for that.
You cut off there, Rick, at the very end?
I said I was going to go for buildings too.
Okay. Let me get a straight strength roll from each of you, please.
Yep, and watch me get the critical roll while Rick rolls the 1.
Oh god. That'd be funny. Oh, whoa, close.
Oh,
Huh.
that
So-
basically was.
Wow.
You're having a lot of trouble with it right now, Rick. And now that's sort of simulated rolls because, you know, you gotta exert your will on it for every action, you know, but I'm not having you do 6,000 rolls right now. But Janeon, you're using it, and it works fairly easily. And not only that, but you find that as you continue to use these amulets, it's getting easier and easier.
Oh, that's awesome.
You both managed to wrestle around with it long enough. Rick, I know very well that roll is not indicative of what normally happens. But you managed to get these pieces of the wall, and it's about a 5-foot section by sort of 5 foot, almost a cube, away from the wall, and it's rather effective at, you know, knocking down these buildings. As I mentioned, towards this north side, you know, it's the marketplace. Things are sort of more ramshackle. You know, you're looking at a lot of wood and mud daub walls and things, and without much effort at all, it smashes them down.
So is it kind of just like the wall of flesh that hates SCP and it just
God.
goes along wrecking shit?
Not exactly. The very, like, in D&D terms, the best thing to think about it is to think of sort of a bone golem that you're controlling.
I got a token for that if we want an actual bone go.
Is there any buildings that stand out?
You know, there's the temple, of course.
So the temple's still standing currently?
The temple certainly is still standing.
Not for long.
Yeah, nah. I sent my piece of wall straight at that mother.
All right. Rick, what do you do? Are you joining in as well?
I'm just gonna get as many buildings as possible. I'm not going after specific buildings.
Okay.
So while his piece, I imagine, is just like carving out pieces of houses and stuff like that, mine is just completely flattening the temple.
I didn't mean to do that. As Adrian, I have no idea. You guys didn't see that anyway because it was 2GM, but
What did you make me do?
nothing. Yeah. Rick, you know, go ahead.
Is there anybody in the temple?
No. Likely not, anyways. Like I said, it looks fairly abandoned. People are coming to it, but there's nobody there. There's some looting going on, of course, but, you know, it's a pretty stark temple.
Okay.
Rick, you're just smashing buildings down with, you know, a lot of efficiency. It's not a problem. Janeon, same. With after, you know, 20 minutes of work or so, the temple collapses.
It's awesome.
There's nothing particularly spectacular about it. It was one of the better buildings in town, but it was still, you know, sort of a single-story thing. Certainly made out of stone, though, not wood or daub or anything like that. But the temple is certainly gone.
Well, I've committed sacrilege and pissed off some gods for the day.
And you didn't get smited, I'd like to say.
I mean, realistically, they can do shit in like 10 days.
My suggestion is leave that wall right in the middle of the wreckage of the temple, and let's go get another section of wall.
Yep. What happens actually at that point if I break off control and the wall's not with the wall? Does it like just rampage? Or does it just resume being a chunk of wall where it was?
Sort of yes, sort of no. If you bring in a section of the wall and sit it down somewhere, it attacks everything around it, but it does not move at that point.
Yeah, well, just in this, wherever the main altar inside the temple was, I release the wall on
Okay.
that point. So their new altar is a piece of bone wall.
Sure.
And I'm going to be looking for, as a lookout, looking for people that might be coming in search of this piece, like guards or something like that, so I can warn, so we can pretend like we're trying to protect people from the wall.
Okay. We've done that. Is our plan now to sort of rinse and repeat all throughout the city now? Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we've got enough.
It's going to take you quite a while to do.
I don't think we need to do the whole thing. Let's just do enough to create a little more chaos and then get some sleep. Would be my thought.
What if one of us takes the northeast and one of us takes the southwest? Because that's the parts that aren't burning or burnt.
I can take the south.
Then I'll go up to this area up here.
All right. So you go around the city and you're certainly causing a lot of destruction and you're certainly creating a lot of chaos. Even though any individual seeing something happen will know it's the wall attacking. As you're going through the city, you're getting rumors that it's, the Kuthrik attacking. They're punching holes in the wall. The wall is ineffective. They're starting to destroy buildings. At this point, it's pretty much a blind panic out of the city.
Beautiful. Our work here is done. So the rest of the people seem to be leaving them.
Yes.
Guts' major illusion is one of her spell slots, right?
I believe so.
Yes, it would be. I'm just wondering which level.
Well, let's go get some rest.
I think it's a higher level.
Yeah, I think it's at level 3.
2 or 3, I believe. I think it's 3. So we've gone through and we've certainly reduced the city to rubble in a fairly large way. Would we like to go ahead and meet up with the rest of the caravan now?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's tell rumors of the rampaging wall, how we bravely tried to stop sections of it, but ineffectively.
How we saw Kuthrik flitting in about around the streets.
Carnage. The temple. Maybe the gods are pissed at us.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get some sleep.
So where are you sleeping? Firstly,
I check on Kif, check that they're all goods, because I remember fighting with them in the brawls and having fun with them.
At this point, all of the rat folk are outside and are sort of herding as many people as they can to their main group. Now, the people who are still in the city are more sort of leaving the city in a blind panic now. They're not stopping for anyone, really. They're getting out, they're going as fast as they can, pretty much. So they're not for the most part, adding, to these, to what I'm going to call Chol's group right now. They are certainly picking up people, but certainly not as much as, well, you had hoped for.
Oh shit, sorry, I'm reading that.
No worries. I'm assuming there were illusions and whatnot going on the entire time, from guts to help add to the panic, because, well, you know, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you know.
I just couldn't remember if
It's a lot of people, Riley.
You're just multiplying them.
Can you... No.
Wonder what that means.
I have no idea.
No idea.
I thought it was prestidigitation that could make you your voice louder as well, but it must have been something else, or it might have been another addition.
I'm not sure. That spell does too much.
Yeah, it's kind of a general use spell, but it doesn't actually do anything with voices. I'm sure it used to in like 3.5 or something.
So throughout the night, you cause havoc, destruction.
Yeah, I'm just going to pitch a tent with the rat people. I'm just going to pitch a tent.
Mayhem, and have a good bit of fun. You are now exhausted. It is now daytime. So, it is the dawn of the 15th day. We are halfway through our shift. Chol has moved the group away from the city, more or less to keep them from panicking and running further on their own. So we are going to be moving away from the city.
Is there a wagon?
Yeah, I'm going to make a marker in a second here.
Because I'll fall asleep in the wagon.
Yes, there certainly would be wagons. Chol's people, if no one else has wagons.
I mean, I just tie Muria's reins onto another cart, so if that starts going, she'll follow, and then I just fall asleep on basically everything that's got up on my cart.
Yeah, but Chol has sort of set up camp a few miles away from the city.
So we've set up back into like a camp.
Not exactly
situation.
like a full camp, but people are sitting, they're waiting, they're milling around. Chol, again, is still sort of taking stock of what everyone has. And he's, well, frankly, waiting for your return at this point.
Then after we've done general checks on everyone, I'm gonna go to sleep and sleep while we can.
Well, Chol would certainly be in a hurry to move. When you meet up with his group, he, well, congratulations. And of course, you're not within earshot of anyone else not in the caravan. You've certainly put a number to that city.
Well, we're worth our money, what can we say?
Yes, we'll want to leave fairly soon. I understand you're exhausted at these points, but we don't want them thinking it's died down enough to the point where they can go back to the city, frankly.
Agreed.
You all can get some rest inside our carts and whatnot, but of course it won't be quite as good as you would have wanted.
Okay, we have an update. Guts got too drunk last night.
Poor Guts. It was her 21st birthday last night, according to her post. So happy birthday, Guts. Alright, so we can sort of get asleep in the cart. So we're no longer exhausted. We get the benefits of a full night's rest.
All right.
When we wake up, because I pretty much assume everyone's going to be sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, let me actually backtrack a little bit. Chol would have suggested to the two of you, Rick and Morty, Janeon, to
Morty?
see if you could actually bring sections of the wall with you.
Well, that's what we wanted to test too, anyway. So, Janeon will give it a try.
Right, and this is sort of in before you're sleeping and doing all that sort of thing. This is after we've come. Let me get 2 strength checks from the each of you.
2?
Oh god, the wall is chasing us.
Can I use that to give me advantage on my first one? Since it's bigger and I just get angry at it?
I'm afraid not. But what happens is that between the two of you, you manage to actually pull a section of the wall free. It's a lot of work to get it to come with you, but it seems to not have a limit. There's nothing happening when it breaks away from the full wall. You manage to get miles and miles out to the rest of the camp. It's pretty clear that as long as you can exert your will over it and your strength over it, you can get it to go where it needs to go. That said, it's exhausting to do.
Now for the next test. Can I climb on it?
If you want to be a puddle of red stuff at the bottom, sure.
I'm thinking if we can control it, can we tell it not to attack us?
And then can I cast Identify on it?
Yes,
While you
can.
have
I've
it,
already done that before, haven't I?
yes, while you're exerting your control over it, and have a successful check, you can get close to it, and it can go without attacking you. But the moment you sort of stop exerting your control, or it breaks concentration, exactly, it starts, becoming hostile again. So here's the thing. You guys can get it to the camp. You're going to start taking exhaustion checks, however, and levels of exhaustion, rather, trying to wrestle this thing back. Like, it's between the two of you, you're not getting a ton of sleep. There are others you can have try to give you a hand with it, but if you're doing this, there's penalties associated with it, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So the question is it worth it?
You take turns on one?
Joel.
Yes?
How much is this wall worth to our contract? Considering this is going to take a lot more effort than just taking it back to the city.
What are you suggesting?
Oh, I know we agreed that our contract wouldn't be as flexible as ones we've had in it the past, but would you reconsider adding a little bit from us if me and Rick get this back to the city? Because, the amount you'll make off this is going to be exorbitant, let's face it.
Give me persuasion with advantage.
Can I ask a question, folks?
Do
Do we need to bring an entire 5-foot section of wall, or can we bring a very small section of wall?
It basically
Is it just for research?
moves a 5-foot section at a time. Like,
I was wondering if we could move a smaller section, like a 1-foot section.
no.
Okay.
Can I,
Oh,
if
God.
if they pulled it down, can I cast Identify? So I can at least know some things about it. Maybe we create it later.
Sure.
Biggest office? Biggest
make-
office.
Make our own.
I'm not a
Man,
persuader.
With perception, somebody else help him out with that, please.
I will chime in and say what he's trying to say
Someone
is
who has non-combat skills.
trying to say There's 11.
Guts.
Guts, I'll forgot. While I'm trying to okay, they're not good at talking. Let me do it. I don't know.
The whole
party is
party,
trying to clarify.
the entire party just gets the biggest
Guts,
case
there we go.
of puppy dog
That's
eyes.
22.
I think we can certainly work something out that's a bit more advantageous to you in the future. Some of it, however, will depend on how many of these, and he sort of points around to everyone else, we can also get back to the city. Now, it's not exactly something I've been liberty to offer to you. You understand that there's those above me who would have final say on it. But in the future, I'd certainly see adept at making you something more than employees to us, something more of a partnership.
I like this idea.
While, of course, we're not home safe in the city, you've proven you can do some outstanding things with only minimal supervision, to be honest.
Imagine what we could do if left completely to our own devices.
My thoughts precisely. You've proven yourself, and if you have our manpower with you, of course, I understand it's not an easy decision. And I want to clarify as well, this is more of a business partnership. This isn't offering you the gift.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But as I mentioned before, I'd certainly put my word in for you either way. And again, while not necessarily getting too much more out of this one, the future rewards would be, well, limited only to yourself.
Well, Rick, shall we do this?
Yeah, let's get this over with.
And with that, we start the tribulations of bringing this wall back with us.
Yay.
I always have to check the rules for exhaustion because I never remember what they are for 5th edition. Give me 1 second.
I just
first
know
is
we
like-
can't. I know we can't get 10 exhaustion ticks.
Yeah, I was gonna- I got it.
That's
6.
instant death.
The first
6.
one is
Oh, is it
disadvantage
6?
on ability checks. Second is speed and sapped. Third is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4 is hit points maximum halved. 5 is speed is 0, and 6 is down.
Ah, I thought it was 10. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're correct. You can't get 10. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't get 10 by any means.
So now here's my next question. Are you guys going to be, and again, you know, my choice of words does not reflect everyone's thoughts and opinions on it. Are you going to be stingy with the amulets, or are you going to allow like other folks to try to help you with it as well?
If the rat folk want to help, right?
I reckon selective in who we get.
Like, very technically, the amulets themselves belong solely to you. You know, you guys killed or whatever to get them, you know, according to the contract.
Tadpole,
Yes. I'll give it a shot.
Yes, because you're like one of those punchy ones, right? The mice.
Yeah. Sure.
Aren't you?
I know Tadpole's stats. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I just want Tadpole to roll once, please. Just a straight strength check.
She has like a negative. Look at that.
I've got a -3. Yes.
Okay, so it didn't matter, but I was thinking, can do you have any meditation or anything like that?
Meditate. Yeah, well, I can meditate, but it doesn't help you.
Well, no, but most of it's mental. Even if it somehow saps your physical strength, it's still a mental fixture as well. So I thought maybe if you could like focus on your inner self or whatever you guys do.
Oh, you're referring to my key.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. See? Look at how strong I am. Hold up my arms. They're about the size of twigs.
Yes. So we don't get Tadpole to do it.
I have the upper body strength of a dead baby squirrel, so...
There are several super beefy characters amongst the Rak folk.
Is Kiff one of them?
Kiff is not super beefy. Locked, of all, is super beefy. Chol's not super beefy. Never mind. Vex is super beefy.
Skark?
Skark is not super beefy.
Yeah, I reckon if one of the rats want to give it a try too, we can let them. I mean, for the most part, it'll be me and Rick, but when it's both of us, can't.
Sure.
But I reckon if both me and Rick essentially take shifts and go till like stage 4 exhaustion and then work it off.
So here's what's going to happen. The two of you together are going to get 1 level of exhaustion per day, rest or no rest. You understand?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's not as bad.
No, it's not awful, but I mean, it adds up.
Yes.
All right. And if things get too bad, like I mentioned, Locked and Vex are willing to help out, but they might have their own things with it.
Yes.
As I mentioned before, using the amulet more often seems to make things easier without actually making it easier.
Oh my god, we join the rat house later on, they give us back the wall, and then we just have yet another party member.
Did I get a chance to identify it, by the way?
Oh yeah, at any point.
So you cast it, and again, this is crazy artifact level of stuff. It's mostly necromantic, which should be fairly obvious at this point. But it basically works, as I mentioned before, sort of out of character. A lot like a bone golem. You can give it actions per turn. It appears that it can be healed by just throwing parts to it. And, obviously...
We have to adopt it. We've got Reg for the live ones, then we can have Wall for dead ones.
Are you calling it Wall?
Wally.
Yeah. I didn't want to call it Wally because that was an annoying movie.
Wally was the best Pixar in like a long time, man.
It had the best message behind it, but honestly, it was 2.5 hours of a robot screaming Wally. Like, how can you enjoy that?
I maintain that there is no better first date movie out there than Wally.
Okay, then.
You say, how do you enjoy that? I say, how do you enjoy trash in the...
All right. Back to the game.
Yes.
Wally rant over.
So, yeah, we start our
the long, laborious process of manhandling this 5-foot cube of bone golem to where it needs to go. Adrian, it would be your life's work to create something like this, you think?
Just saying is I have to become a lich, I understand.
Hashtag goals.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying it would take, enormous amounts of whatever. All right.
Our sacrifices. So we just have to keep a piece and add stuff to it. I got. Are we selling this? Are we keeping this? What happened? I zoned out for that. I was grabbing food.
I don't think it got addressed. Like, in character, it hasn't been addressed.
I mean, if we keep it, we can add to it.
I think it's ours because it's under the you keep what you kill clause in our.
Well, no, I was thinking we gift. I'm pretty sure we're meant to gift this wall to Chol so we can get good graces with Rat House for various reasons.
Again, it's all sort of up in the air, you know. They're not going to make a... And again, this is more sort of OOC, but you would know. They would certainly respect your ownership of the amulets that control the dang thing, you know?
Yeah. That is always another fact. I mean, if we
like,
don't want
you could give them this
it.
useless murder wall, but what are they going to do with it exactly?
I mean, it is the Rat House. Aside from the fact that we're more profitable alive, that if we were anyone else, they'd just cut our throats and take the amulets.
Well, you know,
it might still happen.
Contracts are important.
Yeah.
I sort of want to see what happens if we like throw, I don't know, maybe 1,000 more bodies onto the wall. Can we make another wall?
It's very possible.
That
it
sounds
might
like
even
something
be likely. So, we know what we're doing pretty much. Everybody else is going to be trying to get as much rest as possible. And for that matter, so are Rick and Janeon. However, they're also doing extremely strenuous exercise at the same time. We've managed to sort of round up something along the order of 200 or so people. They're in a group. They're, for the most part, calm. They are lacking food, bedding, all those everyday things that people sort of need to survive, but are certainly not easy to take with them as they are fleeing for their lives. So even within a day, tempers are flaring. People are unhappy, and of course they're unhappy. I mean, they just lost their city to, you know, insect monsters. So, I don't know why it's weird that I'd say they are unhappy, but, you know, there you go. It's mostly just regular, everyday citizens. There are 8 guards, and there are probably 24 of the armed militia. You don't know what happened to everyone else, and frankly, they don't either. When questioned, you know, well, they either died to the fires or died to the Kuthrik. And at the moment, you're certainly not going to tell them other way. This map is blank because it did not like having tiles on it.
It's a great map.
So forgive me on this one.
Could I just say, Guts is gonna like totally be playing music the entire time to try and keep people happy.
Sure, and she's certainly not the only one who's doing that. All of the rat folk, most of the rat folk, are certainly doing their part to help keep tempers down, everything like that. I did forget one thing on this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you actually put in that many. Wow.
Yeah, you're going to want to zoom out and look towards the center of the map if you have not.
Right. Where's Wally?
Wally's not on there yet.
Do you need us to put our icons on this map?
If you would, please. And
Okay.
you can just put it anywhere for the moment. Oh no, Wally doesn't have a picture for some reason. But I know he has a picture.
I chucked Zush on too, if someone
Guts.
wants to chuck Guts on.
Oh, give me just one moment. I'm so sorry. Looking through a million pictures. Yeah, kiddo? Oh, you'll have to turn it off and restart it again. Here we go. Here's Wally right here. Next to Rick. In the front for some reason.
It's the figurehead. Because let's face it, no one's going to
Because of my 40 moves.
Alright, we
No
are
one's
going
gonna-
to take a quick break while I fix my daughter some lunch.
Yep.
10, 15 minutes tops.
Okay. No problem.
Alright, I will be back in a few.
Let's face it, no one's going to mess with
I'm
the
muted.
refugee convoy headed up by a
You can say
20
hi real
strength
quick.
dragon
We're
born
behind.
and a dead.
Hi.
Well, most of them probably left. We don't have hot dogs.
So how many of these civilians do you reckon are actually going to make it back, guys?
Let's try and get all of them back.
I mean, yeah, obviously we're going to try, but realistically, come on, how many? I say half to 3/4.
Not fucking many if I just drive the wall through them.
Yeah, that's the point. I reckon almost none of the defensive units make it back.
Yeah, I'd wager on that one.
They're cannon fodder, and we shall keep them as cannon fodder. Plus, you know, if we can make it to the city and get to the point where they're branding their faces and have the people with weapons already, you know, not capable of fighting back, that'd be great.
Oh god, I was just looked at the map. Holy shit.
That is rather belated.
Yeah, I know. I was looking on the screen since we weren't doing anything. I needed to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, Adrian, how many do you reckon's gonna make it back? Looking at that map now.
I mean, if the Kruthik are under attack, we have. I don't know, man.
Just make sure the cannon fodder die first, and we can get wall into position. Because I frankly just want to see wall rip one apart. I might actually put my jug on too.
I straight up don't reckon we'll get more than a third of these people back alive.
Hey, tell me if you guys can hear this.
Believe it or not, as a demographic.
Did you hear that?
A little bit.
Okay.
I can't really.
Okay.
Like,
Unless you were
it's-
saying I can heal this, then yes. If you was doing something else, then no.
All right.
I
like,
thought you were doing something though.
it's
No,
faint, and I had to actually listen for
Okay.
something.
I just don't want to disturb you guys while I listen to.
No.
right.
What are you doing?
We
This is
can
a
mute
comedy
you if
sketch.
it's disturbing.
I was just listening to a comedy sketch. Is all.
I'm gonna copyright strike for that. Oh no.
Hey.
So you, not just because there's fewer people, but because, believe it or not, as a demographic, you homeschoolers aren't known for our.
Yeah, I can barely hear that.
So you can ride roller coasters all day, and if you've ever wanted to see
It's a lot louder now.
operator on a leash,
Oh, you can hear it. Okay.
Put them subtitles on.
What's that?
Put them subtitles on.
I'll just listen to it later on. So
We're still level
Good.
5, eh?
You're good. I'll be honest, I'm kind of just playing a little flash game in the background while we wait for that big stuff to happen. And I keep dying because it's like a roguelike. I just keep getting bad spawn maps, kind of. Flash games, why? No, people always say Flash is bad, but there's a lot of stuff people still make with it. You know? I suppose HTML5 is better nowadays.
Okay, I am back.
Yo.
Okay. So are we.
All right. Adrian, Rick, you guys here too?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, then we will go right ahead and start. Let's see, is everybody on the board? No, I do not see Guts.
No one do get.
Let's see.
Oh, sorry. I checked social on.
That's right, I think I already took away your ability to mess with it anyway. Who would like to play Guts?
I have already set up, so.
Is she already set up? Oh, okay.
No, I have a
Yeah,
sheet
she's
of
still
it.
all characters. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you already gave me her sheet, like,
Yeah.
in the last 5 times.
Alright. Rick and Wally, I'm going to move you guys over a little bit.
Wally. Who is Wally? Oh. There's Wally.
Because it's just weird to have you be in front.
I'm probably in the middle somewhere on this.
Did you pull yourself on there?
Did I not? Shit. Like, here-ish, you know, with the cards. Probably having the owl scout around. Especially looking out for Kuthik tunnels.
Zeus typically stays close to Guts. Tadpole.
I'm in the
Oh.
cart.
You're in the cart, I see. I think that's everything. And everybody.
So my goal was to sleep as much during the day and keep watch at night, since I see better at night.
Makes sense.
Smart thinking.
I are smart.
Progress is slow. Frustratingly slow.
Are we able to hunt enough with people? Like, you know, just devour the forest as we move?
No, you're not. And that's one of the things that's making it... One moment. Yes, I will be right back. I'm sorry. I forgot milk.
How could you?
How dare you
Disgrace.
call yourself a dad? Jeez.
Again.
String cheese. Love string cheese.
Nope, we're out of time now. All right. We have milk. But yeah, there's not quite enough food to go around. Even with both Lorist and Gabriel spending all of their spell slots to create food and water, there's just not enough for everybody to go around. So tensions are rising. It's a lot like herding cats at this point, because everyone wants to go off and try to find their own food during the daytime. So we're moving very slowly. At night, things are not too bad. They know that there's very likely safety in numbers. They know that there's definitely a threat out there waiting for them. So they're doing their best to stay huddled towards the larger group. But again, these people are not getting enough food. It should be noted that you and the caravan are getting enough food. And I've went ahead and also made the caravan tokens look different for the people in the caravan. They are not equipped as such, but I wanted them to
I thought we just inherited 20 archers. I was like, yes!
Like, why would I remember all those bows they made? Anyone fucking, like, think to arm
Yeah,
them?
I mean, we could just equip all of these people with the bows. They don't need to be good with bows, they just need to not shoot each other.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of the bows were destroyed or stolen during the rioting.
Let's steal the bow, you know? That's what I want to steal during a riot, a bow.
A weapon? Makes sense to me.
Bow
Yeah.
would probably get shanked, though, you know what I mean?
Can't get shanked from down the street or on top of the
honest,
roof.
I just know how to use a bow, trying to use a bow, and people would just run up to aiming.
I mean,
An
I'm just
arrow,
saying,
if it's a bad shot, it's not even fatal. You just break the shaft, leave the bolt, and go up and shank them with it.
If you
I watched too much Panda Show.
I shall be back shortly. I'm just making coffee.
Okay. If you are an individual who is towards the front of the caravan,
Ooh.
I would like for you to make a perception check.
Owl, save me.
No, I am.
Would
I've got
I
dark
be
vision.
considered towards the front?
This would be during the daytime,
okay.
so disadvantage, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
Yep, no problem. I assume it's sunny then?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sleeping, so...
You would be asleep then. You wouldn't even...
I see nothing.
Oh, Rick, such a change between those two.
I'm really focused on taking this piece of wall back.
Yes. Let's see. What about my people up in the front? Chol and who is this? Kives? Kives would not be up in front. He's supposed to be back here. Vex. All right, so Owl.
Yay.
Thankfully. In front of you, about a mile away, you can see signs of Kuthric tunnels.
Where are we on the map?
Yeah, can we get a look at?
You have been traveling an entire day. You are actually not on the map, the typical overworld map at the moment. You are on your way back to the city.
I'm gonna find Chol and tell him.
In addendum to that, these are the largest tunnels that you have ever seen.
They flanked us, the bastards.
Do they look like they could be like Queen?
So it's been 1 day.
1 day.
So me and Rick are at first stage.
You are at the first stage of exhaustion.
So what does that mean for us now?
Nothing currently. Isn't it?
Disadvantage on ability checks.
That's not too bad.
I had disadvantage from my perception.
Anyway, yeah. So you go and speak with Chol. What is it?
There's signs of large Kuthric tunnels ahead of us. It looks like are they freshly dug?
Yes.
It looks like we underestimated the hive mind because they just flanked us.
I see. Suggestions?
They're pretty big. It looks like there could be a lot of them here.
Of course, and they have that tremor sense, and to tremor sense, well, I suppose we're nothing more than a buffet at the moment.
I mean, we could leave them head on, send the
gather up everyone. We'll talk about it as a group.
Yes.
And bam, you're all there.
Okay. I was going to recommend we send the cannon fodder guards and maybe ahead of time what we have left. Less fight when we get to the city. And then rat folk as shock troopers, and we back up and try to kill the hive lords. The smaller ones are the easiest. The hive lords are the issue.
I wouldn't mind seeing what I can do with this thing.
Neither. I kind of want to see the wall.
Gently shake the wall.
It feels like after a day, you're getting certainly used to it. In practice, you're still having to struggle as well, but for whatever reason, like the theoretical, you think you're controlling it very easily at this point.
I just want to make I can make a check. Are there any tunnels around us? Because if we all charge into combat, what if they just flank the big meat pile behind them?
There are not any close. Again, about a mile is probably the closest one.
When the wall moves, does it make like some kind of a vibration that the Kuthric might find challenging? You know, like a thump, 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 or a rumble, rumble type of thing?
I'd imagine it'd be more of a constant grinding.
Yeah, the way it moves, it's not like exactly... It's not sliding gelatinous cube style. It's sort of...
dragging itself.
Yeah.
Why don't you put the wall in front and see what happens?
Does it leave a trail?
No, not particularly. I mean, it leaves divots where it's been walking, and it looks like the ground's getting stabbed a lot, basically, by, you know, think of a leg bone or something is sort of getting pushed into the ground by the weight of it. So you see, like, little holes and stuff that it's leaving.
Occasional molar.
Can I just say, like, the city guard, the ones who do the check-ins and everything like that, they're gonna get really sick of us soon, eh?
That do the chickens? What do you mean?
Chickens.
Well,
At
they're not
our
going to be
city.
happy branding 200.
Think about all the things we bring in all the time. A flying rock that knocks everyone out within a 200-yard radius.
Oh, those guards.
A giant stone head, and now a big murder wall.
And this time I'd like to see anyone try and take the murder wall off.
Yeah.
Can you guys make the wall go in front of the caravan?
I mean, yeah, we can. So far, it seems do
Hold on.
basically
Let me
anything.
give the wall to folks.
Do I sort of like have any feel of how much control I have over the wall, or is that something like I need to test out?
It feels
and work?
at this point like you have a ton of control over the wall.
How far?
Like, is having the wall as a personal elevator or staircase a thing that I would?
Yes. Yes, we can do things like that.
You would certainly feel as if you could.
So long as you maintain concentration.
Yeah. Don't let the wall tickle you.
Because we could have a mad security system for a house if we could like open up a wall,
No,
a hole
we're
in the
gifting it
wall.
to Joel.
All right, don't get ahead of ourselves. Let's focus on right here, right now.
Yes, I agree with maybe sending it. What were you thinking? Down the hole, Tadpole?
No, I'm just thinking if it makes enough vibration, just send it ahead and see if they attack it first and see what happens.
I reckon they'll still target the 200 odd signatures over the one big signature.
Well, they might target the signature that's closest as well. So it's worth at least a shot.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a big signature. You know, you have a bunch of little signatures or one big fat signature.
So you do have to be within about 60 feet to control it, however.
I'll probably go with the wall.
Yeah, you can go up with the wall. I'll come up next to them and I'll have my boomerangs ready as well to loose out if we need to.
So Rick and Janeon are going forwards with the wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a mile forwards? Leaving everyone else?
I wouldn't. Let's just keep it about 60 feet in front of us.
I forgot we were that far away.
Well, no, for your plan to be effective, Tadpole, if you want to test it out, we'll have to leave
That's
a decent distance away from the big group of people.
Well, let's go forward and as a group and see what we can do.
Yep. I leave Moria with the rat folk.
So when we say as a group, do we mean as a party or as a blob?
As a party.
Okay. Is everybody in agreement with that?
Yeah. Am I on a horse at least? Please, God.
No.
We can all mount up on the
None of
wall.
you would be mounted at this point.
We can all mount on the.
I assume the horses are going to be eaten pretty quickly. The ones that
I'm leaving Moria behind.
are not pulling wagons.
Well, the horses would let everyone but you two move fast, because you two can run fast as a horse, but me and Janeon can't.
Yep, I don't have to outrun the Kuthric, just have to outrun you.
Well, you two can. you two can already run like horses. I have reduced movement anyway, so if need be, and we have to run, then Adrian just slaps haste on me and him, and then we all blitz out of there.
I can't twin haste.
What's that?
I can do it on both of us. It's concentration. To do
Oh,
it on
is it?
both of us, it needs to be level 4.
Rip. Never mind about that then.
Yeah, like haste was one of the few things that got nerfed in 5th edition.
Teleport got nerfed too. It used to be the 5th spell was Greater Teleport. Like you could do the 5th is what we have at 7, and then Greater Teleport was just 100% level 7. They just made regular teleport level 7, took out regular teleport. I hate that.
Oh no, we're all on our sides.
What kind of degree of control do we have over like the shape of the wall and everything? Like, can we flatten it out across the earth or
Not
across
at the
the
moment.
ground?
None.
So that it's
Yeah.
basically it's a 5 foot by 5 foot cube of if something's within range, it's gonna slap them up.
Correct.
Slap them up like a Ravenstein sound.
Okay. So we get within, and again, I pulled everybody up to the north. Within here so far of the tunnel. And of course, the tunnel is much bigger than it appears. And at that point, we can see another tunnel being created. Whoops, that's not a tunnel, that's a square. Sort of from the south. It gets somewhat close to you, about where the other tunnel was, and then it peels off around and starts going back, presumably to go towards the bulk of the people.
Does it just ignore us? Can I start moving the wall
It is
around?
not ignoring you. It is keeping a wide berth away from you.
It knows the murder wall, the murder ball.
No, I think at this point it knows us.
Hey, Adrian, are you able to, like, lift it out of the earth or something? If you can pull the earth up underneath it?
I could make the wall go down if we get the dirt out of the way. I don't like digging in tunnels that could just, pop out and kill me, though.
And also, even though we're up front, we're actually, on a different map. We're far away from the rest of these people right here. So, we're ahead of the caravan. The caravan is, back this way somewhere.
Do we see any entrances to these tunnels that we can go in?
It does not appear so. Again, these are very large tunnels again. Bigger than any of you seen before.
Okay. Well, I'm going to run over here and try to cut this one off and just start jumping up and down on the ground and screaming. Pounding my staff against the ground, trying to get it to come out.
Okay.
I'm going to...
Whoops, I grabbed you.
Become more central and then just keep my boomerang ready in case anything pops out.
Alright, so while Tadpole is jumping up and down on the gigantic mound, what is everyone else doing? Janeon has moved down there. I don't know why Carta came with you either. Did she come with you? No.
None of the rat folk should have.
So this is actively moving towards that, Mike. Can we just yeet over there and start digging? So to speak.
Can I move the wall and my...
We're going to say yes, but this is probably the last time we're going to say you can move it without making checks and all that, okay?
I mean, I can take the check. It's
No.
I was just wondering if I could move it and move myself.
Yes.
This is your last action with me helping, with Janeon helping you. Now Janion's focused on keeping Overwatch for everyone and making sure they don't get ganked.
Yeah.
The wall is in
So
your
someone
hands.
move Guts and someone move Azoosh as well,
I'll take Zush.
if you would please.
Is these squares accurate? Like 5?
Yes,
5
they
feet?
are accurate.
Ah, okay.
Can I have some control over the wall?
I thought I made it everyone. Hold on.
I don't have control of it either. Imagine not giving the 2 people with the amulets control.
Can be edited, controlled by all players.
Is it on the map page?
Oh, that's because... hold on. Try again. It should be right next to you now.
Yeah, I can't pick it.
That's weird.
Is it on map layer, as Adrian was just saying?
It shouldn't be. No, it's on token layer. Here, what if I specifically give you control? Even though you all have control. Give it a try now. Can you at least access the sheet? Do you see the sheet? Maybe that's the issue.
No, I don't see any character sheet.
No,
Yeah,
I don't see the sheet.
I've just got a handout.
Oh, it's under mobs. I see the wall.
Oh,
It's
yeah, it's probably under my stuff. It's under mobs, likely.
Yeah. I can't even select it either.
I can bring up its sheet.
Can you drag a token from it? Here, let me... Uno momento.
No.
Alright, now it should be around where your characters are. Can you just drag a boy over?
I can see it.
There you
I
go.
can see it.
Alright, just drag that token over there and use that token. It probably had to do with something with being in one of my folders and all that.
Maybe the token did update.
Yeah, who knows? Roll 20 being roll 20.
Yeah, I just have to reload my roll 20.
Alright, so as Tadpole starts jumping up and down on the tunnel, a swarm of the smaller ones, called the hatchlings, come out.
Well, those probably distractions. Those are weak.
At that point, I'm running back to the group.
Sure. And you can make that action.
Okay.
Are we rolling initiative?
Afterwards, we are going to be rolling initiative. But... okay, yeah, we're up. You can go ahead and roll right now. They're actually much denser.
Ooh, yeah.
Alright, and if you'll excuse me, I need to roll for the next hour.
Okay.
Oh, I got a good roll.
All right.
That's so gnarly.
Descending. Whoa, Tadpole still is on top.
So before we get started,
Yeah.
I suppose Rick's got the wall.
So here's
Adrian,
the way the
go.
wall is going to work. You are both controlling the wall. You can use a standard action to give the wall, or to attempt to give the wall a command, either moving or attacking. So you can either do it Like, you can do it once, Rick, on your turn, then Janeon, you could do it on your turn. That's fine like that. You do have to roll a DC 15 strength check to do it, however. And you would know that, so it's difficult to do in combat, but not impossible to do in combat. The wall, when it attacks, you should see the stat. It can either have a ranged attack with not much range. I believe it's 20 feet. It should be marked, called a bone shard. It's actually 60 to 40 feet. Or it can attack twice with its claw attack, which is there and should be fine, macro-wise. And one moment, my daughter is rubbing my arm for something. What's up, kiddo?
But Adrian, you've got guts.
Yeah. I'm saying we
could
save our nice abilities for later. These are, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no.
For the...
These are
say hi again.
cannon
Hi.
podders.
Hello.
I punched her in the face. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It didn't hurt, Daddy.
She was on my shoulder, and I lifted my arm and got her right in the face.
It's okay, Daddy.
Child abuser.
That'll teach her, I guess.
It's okay, Daddy.
Okay, thank you for forgiving me. All right. So is that clear on how the wall works?
Yes.
Okay. Tadpole, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to, I guess, run up and attack. Let's see, I guess probably should figure out distance, huh? Let's see here. Distance. Okay, yeah, so I will. No, screw it. I'm going to pull up my bow. I'm just going to shoot with my bow for this start one. All right, and I have disadvantage because it's daylight. And then I'm going to...
16 is definitely a hit.
Okay. So 5 points of damage. I do not get sneak attack.
And you're against the one closest to you?
The one on the corner, yeah.
Yeah. That's enough to kill it.
Okay. And then I am going to move over behind the wall.
Okay. Again, it's a good idea to stay at least 5 feet away from the wall.
Yeah, you see where it
and you all would know this too, so let me just make sure it's crystal clear.
Yeah. If the wall moves towards me, can we assume that I'm moving away from it as it moves? Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but in combat you can't quite do that. But
all right, that's fine. Then I won't do that. Then I'll just move over here.
We won't let it. We won't purposefully move it within 5 feet of all you guys.
That's fine. I will just avoid it altogether.
Janeon one.
I'll just move right there.
We know we can't ride it like a horse when it's flailing wildly in combat.
Idiot.
One comes close and attacks Adrian.
No.
And it misses.
Yeah, it does. That was a loot bug.
Another comes close and attacks Adrian with advantage.
Oh. I cast. Oh, I don't give a shit. 2 damage.
Sorry. No, I forgot one person.
Did we forget somebody?
Yeah. She wouldn't have gone yet anyway.
Oh, we forgot Guts.
After me. No, Zush. Oh, and Guts then.
Zush.
I have guts rolled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Guts is rolled.
Okay.
Zush goes after me anyway.
All right. Janeon.
Yep. I'm going to pull out my bow and shoot my first shot at the first one there.
Okay. So the one
And
closest to you, or the one on the other side?
on the other side.
Okay.
I'm basically
well,
gonna.
We know
my-
that
my
hits, and it kills.
Yep. My 2 shots, and then my second shot's going to go for the other one. That
Okay.
attacked.
And again.
Another dead.
Zoosh.
She's going to basically follow suit with a javelin at this one here.
Okay.
And
Just
then
hit for damage, because there is a chance that Zoosh might not kill it. She kills it.
and then she's gonna move there.
All right. We're going to move up, and we are going to attack Adrian again. Uh, 9, however, misses. We are going to move up and attack Adrian again. With advantage.
They love it, Adrian.
I'm winning.
I'm not sure why.
I don't know why it said you, but that was definitely its role. Oh, because for some reason I have you selected. That's why.
Take 4 damage, I think.
Yes, a total of 4.
On another note, since I usually do this, but I forgot to mention, is would we assume I have my mage armor on because I've been doing that?
We can assume that, yes.
Okay, then anything above my
This
15.
time.
I just keep forgetting to mention it.
All right. It is this one's turn. And it comes forward and attacks Adrian.
I don't want to be.
With advantage. 15 with mage armor?
I'm going to shield that. I'm going to put a shield on it. They have to be 20.
Okay.
This is going to be the entire round, so I'm just making my AC 20.
This one is going to attack Zoosh. Without. 12? I bet that's a miss. The owl...
You don't have to do anything. The owl is gonna fly by and just look at stuff. I don't know. Skip the owl.
Sure. Two things happen on this round. The tunnel, we can see, travels 40 feet closer. That's actually 50 feet. But I'm not worried. I am worried. Curse you, OCD. And then this one comes and attacks Adrian with advantage. For 4. Rick, it is your turn.
I would like to try and move the wall.
Okay.
It just doesn't do anything. Okay?
Just doesn't do anything. Just sits there.
Right. And then following that as my movement, I want to run 40 feet over this way.
Okay.
And as bonus action, I will rage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, Adrian.
I am going to fire.
You're in a pickle.
I'm in a pickle. Disengage. Can I do that to all of them? That applies to everyone when I disengage, or just the one?
Here's the thing. You can't disengage into the square Guts is in, so you cannot move from all of them. You could move, here, but you would still be in contact with one of them.
Okay, firebolt then. Point blank. That hits anything.
That's a hit? Yeah.
And I'm gonna get this one. Actually, I'm gonna get the side one.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, we know that that's enough to kill it.
And then since it's Guts' turns now, I'll hop over here and try to get all of these in the square. I think I can do.
You can get the 3 in the square, but this last one does not get into it.
For a Thunder Wave, a 15-foot cube.
Yeah, this one on Zoosh does not get into it.
Ah. Okay, that's fine.
But the top 3 too. So it is a Constitution save. Let's see. In order from left to right. That's the wrong button. In order from left to right. Oh, it was the right button.
They take. I'm pretty sure that kills them, doesn't it?
It's for half damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kills him anyway. All right, this one is going to move here and attack Adrian.
Why though?
It's almost like they've realized you're one of the biggest threats.
No, I don't do magic. That the skeleton.
This one's going to do the same, but Guts gets an attack of opportunity on it. So whoever is controlling Guts, make an attack.
I was looking for the thing. I was stuck on the spell list.
Sure.
Attack.
Yeah, well, that's enough to kill it. And last, but certainly not least, or maybe least, this one is going to come forward and attack Adrian. $14 hit?
No.
No? Okay. All right, Tadpole.
Okay. Well, I am going to come here, and with my broom, since I have pack tactics, I now do not have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I'm going to use my rapier, and I will, or my short sword, excuse me, attack once, and then I'm going to kick him. Well, that one should go down, right? Oh wait, does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'm going to kick him. However, 25 should hit.
Yeah.
And I am going to run back away.
All right, Janeon.
Not far away. There we go.
Was Tadpole's moves also named as me again? For anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy. But I will make 2 attack.
Wait, I know why it's doing that. For some reason, I've got it moved my thing where.
Okay.
There we go. I should be fine now.
So I'll kill the last
Bam,
2
and
then
bam.
Nah, I'll stay here actually.
Okay.
Because we've still got that other tunnel.
Zoosh.
Zoosh is going to. Is this was still actively moving currently?
Yes.
She's going to, seeing what Tadpole did, and still not being fully clued on with things, she's going to try and intercept it and stomp as well, but hold her action, ready to attack if anything jumps out.
Okay. And things do jump out.
So the first one that jumps out,
yeah, you can give it an attack.
I don't know why that happened.
And give me uno momento, por favor.
All good.
While I roll some dice. But 1 fewer dice.
Oh, I just noticed she has multi-attack too, so I assume both those hit?
Yes. And I'm also assuming you're using the magic from the club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and we are on Corks the Owl's turn, but allow me to
Owls
reset that.
not doing anything.
Oh, actually, we would be on their turn. So this one's going to come around and attack Zoosh.
Yep.
This one's going to come around and attack Zoosh. This one is going to come around and attack Zoosh.
Okay then.
Oh God.
Quick, get in there.
Okay, she's gonna do.
The owl.
It's gonna go hard. Fly over to Zersh and proceed to be a distraction to the bugs if they.
Okay.
I'm making a very convincing and seductive dance.
Sure. This one is going to come over and attack Guts. Adrian, it is your turn.
Okay, let me think.
I'll be right back in 1 second. I have to use the restroom right quick.
I will wait.
Zish can get out as long as we can kill these two.
All right,
How
I'm
injured
back.
is
Sorry
he?
about that.
Which
Adrian.
health does she have left? 12?
Yep. So she's about half. Grim is back, Adrian.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I was distracted by a phone call. Should I waste? Should I not waste spells?
I reckon you should use maybe 1 or 2, not everything.
Hmm. Thinking. I need more AoE. I am going to Scorching Ray. Those hit by chance?
The first one does not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna get the 2 behind her then, the top 2 here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Yup.
Yeah. Rick, it is your turn. Unless you want to move, Adrian.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Rick, it is your turn.
I think I will come down here and take a couple of attacks. Do both of those hit?
They sure do. And with
I'm assuming the
pretty predictable results.
both of them?
Yes. Guts?
This one's still on her?
Yes.
Does that hit?
An 11? It does not.
Damn. What's the distance? 25 feet healing ward on Zoo.
Okay.
Long sheet.
How much?
4 plus 4, 8 health.
Sweet.
That's not
She's
bad.
back up to 20.
All right. This one right here is going to move forward and attack Zoosh. For 6. And at Tadpole, it is your turn. Oh, no, excuse me. It is not your turn. Because at the end, .40 feet from here, the tunnel continues. Maybe not so thick as that. There we go. Pretty much making a beeline to the rest. Now it is your turn, Tadpole.
Okay. I'm going to run down here and attack the sucker next to Bone or Guts.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit.
Is it enough to kill it?
It is not.
Okay, then I'm going to do a kick.
That is.
Okay, and then I'm going to finish my movement and run down to this hole here and poke my head in and look and scream. I'm trying to get this, see what's coming from both directions, and hopefully get whatever's moving forward to turn around.
Sure. There's nothing behind you.
Okay.
In front of you, as in further down the hallway, you can see at least, you see 4 of the Hive Lords, the one we've seen before. You see at least another 10 group of the adults, and you see one simply gigantically monstrous
Okay.
Kuthra.
Well, I will be passing this along. That's actually what I'm going to be yelling.
Mm-hmm.
I figure the Hive won't understand what I'm saying, but my group will.
Sure.
And that's my movement. That's my full movement.
Hey, Daddy.
Okay, one moment.
We're ready to almost do Yoka Watch Drone.
No, kiddo. My game goes on for a couple more hours.
I came all the way over here on skates.
I see.
So, Adrian, you need to get them out of that.
You're going to have
so
to
we can
find
start
something
dealing
else
to
to
that
do.
big bitch.
For a while now.
So I was just doing my phone. What did you
That's
say
fine.
was in there?
About 4 or 5 Hive Lords, 10 adults, and 1 big ass humongous queen. Or big one.
What point exactly?
It didn't say queen, but it
He
was
didn't say
implied.
queen, but yeah.
Right
implied.
there?
Yeah, like right at the end. They're the ones.
Straight in.
I'm sorry, what?
We're gonna take a hole and just shoot inside of it.
Yeah.
They're all clustered together but I need an action to dig and an action to shoot.
You should use your move to
Get in the tunnel there.
just straight take the dirt off the top of them.
And they'll fucking eat me.
The thing is that these things are faster than you, with the exception of Tadpole and Brick.
The rest of the people see us fighting stuff, right?
Yeah, you're still a whiles away, but I mean, they can see you. Likely. They can't exactly make out what's going on, but...
Are you able to send Corks with a message?
Yeah, so next time the owl's just gonna dex it to fly faster than them. It's just gonna dash over.
All right. Janeon, it is your turn.
Okay, first I am going to really wish I had more movement, but
Right.
hey. Move to there, and then the 2 that are left.
Mm-hmm. 1 hit, 1 miss.
Yep.
The hit
we'll go
kills
with-
it. Just barely.
Yeah, we'll go with the closest one. And
Oops, I didn't mean the GM layer.
yeah, that's my turn. I'll
Oh
have the rest.
no! I got rid of it.
And then Zush is going to disengage. And then move back to gut.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
All right. Well, the one that's left is gonna go after Zoosh.
Oh, god damn it. Wait.
Yeah.
Rick. It had to move
Ah,
straight
it's
past
got
the-
enough movement that it can go around.
Why did I bite
Ah.
somebody?
It's got 40 of movement. But it
Would
still
though,
misses
if
Zoosh
it's
anyway.
beelining?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can get there in 30 around him. But like I mentioned, it still misses.
Yeah. See, that just showed up as Adrian that time.
Yeah, that's me. It's... I don't know why it keeps moving. But
Adrian, that's a weird attack to be making, man.
Don't
I
bite
bit me,
him.
so I'm biting them.
Corks, anything.
Corks is gonna dash to the fucking people and look alarmed.
Okay.
That is 120 feet of movement.
120 feet. All right. So we're gonna go bam. Adrian, your turn.
Am I actually close to this tunnel? I'm confused.
You're exactly as close. Everything's to scale, so you're, you know.
Okay, Rick, I'm gonna open it. You're gonna jump in. Got it?
Yeah.
And Rick was never heard from again.
Got to wait down. I'm gonna just open the top of it, look inside.
Again, you see pretty much the same thing that Tadpole saw. You know, you see somewhere around 10 or so of the adults. You see about 4 of the Hive Lords, and you see a just monstrous one, huge in size.
Where exactly are they? Are they over here? Are they all beneath me, scattered up?
Yeah, they're pretty much all right around here, within these 2 squares.
Okay. Next.
And is that where your hole is?
Here,
that's where my hole is.
What is it? Shift Z? Control Z?
Control Shift Z.
Shift Z.
That guy is silly. That guy looks silly.
Rick's all you. You got this.
Rick, it is your turn.
This might be a bit of a weird way. I'm gonna come down like here, and I'm going to use a gust of wind and blow it down into the tunnel.
Okay.
Let me get the spell. Hold on. Gust of Wind is a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide blast. It's a strength saving throw. Will be pushed 15 feet away, and disperses stuff. Blah blah blah. Its duration. So it's 1 minute duration if he concentrates on it.
All right. So.
A creature that starts its turn has to make a strength. It'll be pushed 5 feet away. Moving close to you is 2 feet for every 1 foot.
You literally just turned that into a wind
basically
bug death.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, that was the hard.
That is awesome. That's a minute of them having to fight against it.
2 of them failed.
Sure. And I'm not going to bother rolling the smaller ones.
They're just squite.
Guts.
It's gonna Tadpole's hole. That's closer. And she is going to can she see any of them from there enough to attack? If she just looks down.
It's a stretch. They'd get like cover.
60 feet of. I just have to look at them.
Again, it's a stretch. They'd get some penalties because you're shooting down a tunnel.
I'm not shooting anything. It's spell effects. It saves.
Regardless, let's see it. What are you doing?
I was going to see if I could just Phantasmal Force the big one or something like that.
Okay.
Make it think it's the tunnel is on fire or something. If somebody is scared of, you know what I mean? I think the spell takes care of that. Yeah. It makes an intelligence save. It's 10-foot cube. Whatever the hell scales crew think. I don't know. Wow. I think is that the big one?
That's the big one. I
large fireman just appears in front of it and tries to burn it. I don't know. It's scary, whatever it is.
All right, I gotta I gotta kind of intervene at this point and point out what I feel is obvious, but I'm not sure if everybody else feels it's obvious at this point. Like, there's a whole bunch of you. You're already getting kind of beaten up. At the moment, they're ignoring you. But if, you know, we do this, they're all going to burst out at once and attack you. And you are not in close enough range where you can get any help from anyone else.
Okay, let's just wait then. I'll hold that action until we can get some reinforcements.
We can do it. I hate to point it out like that, but like I predict a party wipe. Everybody gets one. This is the one for the campaign.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen how big and bad, you know, the Hive Lords themselves are.
Okay.
I mean, I think we should talk this one out, though.
I'm good. We'll wait. We'll just stalk them for now? We'll just, you know, follow the thing to now. You know what I mean? Wait till they get closer, and then we do it. Then we have backup. Right? Just wait. We'll wait. I'm good with waiting.
Are the rats doing anything? The rat people?
The rat folk? Yes. They're
fighting.
herding, or seem to be, moving everyone closer to where the fighting is. It's still staying up in a blob, but they're moving closer. So these couple of rounds, they've actually been moving closer as you have been sort of moving closer. They've also been spreading a little bit. Okay, so our next question is, or next statement, we do not all move at the same speed.
You're killing me.
Far from it. So, whoops. As we are moving, are we going to be holding back and trying to stay together as a party? Or are we going to be moving our maximum speed with these things?
I don't follow. I mean, if they bop out, you mean?
No, we're trying to chase them, but you're too faster than the other three of us.
Yeah.
Right, like, you know, Janeon super slow.
We can't all move in the same time together.
But I'm asking, are we limiting...
Well, I was gonna, this next turn, I was gonna spend a key point and do Step of the Wind, which means I can dash as a bonus action, dash, try to shoot a bow at the big one, and then run back, because that gives me 100 feet of movement to try to stop them from moving forward. But I'm not trying to keep them. I'm not trying to get them out of the tunnel. I'm trying to keep them in the tunnel, but coming back my direction. If that makes sense.
I think the plan is to try and get some of the militia out of the way and the town guard and stuff, and get them in on the fight. And
without much trouble, you could kind of harry them. Like, I don't know how your key points work perfectly.
I have 4 key points.
You have 4? Okay.
I have 4 key points, and I have all 4 still.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to spend 1 key point, if I need to move forward enough where I could, like I say, shoot a bow to try to hit the big one, and then run back and still be plenty out of their range. And I want to try to get, if that works, hopefully get a gauge of how fast the big one can move, because we have not seen a big one before, right?
Correct. Okay, so go ahead and give me an attack against the large one.
Okay, and it's going to be a ranged attack. I don't want to get up and close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully it'll be enough. And I'm yelling and screaming the entire time. I'm trying to make as much, bring it to... All right. And it's not with disadvantage because it's underground, which means I'm out of the direct sun.
Correct. That is a hit.
I'm basically trying to turn them around so they come back away from the people.
However, it appears to be ignoring you.
That dog.
I mean, it hits, it does damage, it's hurt, but it is still beelining for the people.
Do I pull any others?
No. The queen is actually the last in line, and she takes up the whole tunnel.
Okay.
Before we got to chasing, would I be able to make a ranged attack against her?
Sure, you can go ahead and make one.
In which case, I'm going to charge it with a banishing charge.
Sure.
So she puffs off to the Feywild for 6 seconds. How does the hive react to that shit?
The hive would stop. It would mill around.
Well, if anyone wants to, take spells and wipe out some of the small ones while we have a chance. We've got 6 seconds to react there.
Which is a full set of turns.
Someone give me a very important D20 roll. Yeah, everybody's initiative went away.
Okay.
Or it didn't, but it should have.
There you go. A very impressive D20 roll.
Each of us have to do one or just one?
Let's get one from everybody. We'll add it up, including Zoosh, including...
Oh, we are just killing it.
You guys are terrible.
Oh, moly.
For God, that's Guts roll 17.
Of course, Janeon.
That was the 5 was Jenny, and the 1 was because she's wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, I actually give her the healing potion.
Okay.
That I've got,
and she can take it. Now's a super good time to take healing potions if you need them.
Are we about to die? Oh shit! I'm taking my healing potion.
In this intervening period, where the queen has been banished to the Feywilds for whatever, one of the adults sort of F's off and starts tunneling in a different direction.
Is it like just a random direction, not...
Just a random direction, it's not towards you, it's just on its own, moving. So, the things move faster than you do underground, as I mentioned before.
Not faster than me.
Not faster than you.
Yeah. Okay.
That is an important distinction to make. You move at the same speed. Rick moves at the same speed. But you use faster moving key points, correct?
No, my base
I just
speed
have
is 50.
naturally the monk.
My base speed is 50 because I took the mobile
50?
feat.
I thought it was just 40. Okay.
No,
okay.
I took the mobile feat last level, which gave me an additional 10.
Gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
the only slow one.
See, I was under the impression you were still just at 40.
Nope.
So yes, you actually move faster than it. Rick moves the same speed. They are making a beeline towards the large group. The question for everybody is are we moving with them at our max speed, or are we moving as a party at our slowest speed? Which is 25. Significantly slower.
Is that
carry
moving,
anybody?
Moving where, though? That's what I want to know. It's moving where?
Following the things in the tunnels as they move towards the large group.
Basically, how slow do we want to be so that people die or not?
How big are the tunnels?
Big. They're huge in size, you know.
Well, then why don't we fight in the tunnel?
Because they'll slaughter us.
The Hive Lords alone, this is why we need to take this moment while we can to do what damage to the small ones, get them out of the way.
Yeah,
and
I was going to run in and try to do another attack.
Yeah.
Frankly, Tadpole, you can do that all day the entire way, and there's not a lot they can do about it, you know.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to do.
Only thing I was going to do was the second I let that boomerang go, for the free actions, I was just going to shoot bow twice at one Hive Lord.
Okay, do
Weaken
you
a Hive Lord.
need some time to discuss it amongst yourselves? Because, I mean, it doesn't matter if you do your own individual thing to me as well. Like, not everybody has to go together. We've already pretty much established what Tadpole's going to do.
If you guys want to keep up with it, I'm the only one who slows us. I'll stay back and bring the wall back with us, so at least we don't need to come back and get it once the walls are dealt with, and then that just means I come in a couple of turns later once the big melee starts.
Alright. Does anyone else have an issue with that?
And I'll come in with the reinforcement cavalry of a wall.
Could you not ride the wall for the duration of moving it? This is faster.
I imagine so.
Yeah,
But it
it
only
would get
moves
an
by
extra
3
5
miles.
moves.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But then again, that's like a whole move of movement over 6 turns.
So yeah, if you guys want to keep up with them, and then I'll bring up the rear, and that way we also know that more aren't coming up behind you guys. Because that could also be a thing that, you know, they just reappear more from behind us.
I really doubt it. They'll all be moving with the queen.
Maybe, but there's always that older lurker that thinks they're better.
Yeah, but that elder lurker.
Okay. I want to check one thing super quick. And funnily enough, I don't see it. Tadpole, like, how many arrows are you carrying on you?
I would say probably, well, I've got a bag of holding. Let me see if I have anything listed in my bag of holding here. No, I wasn't planning on necessarily shooting arrows because of my mobile feat. If I attack somebody, I can run away and there's no attack of opportunity. Here, I'll link it to you. So basically, I was going to attack, run away, let them come to me, hopefully, or move forward, attack, run away.
Okay.
The mobile feat's awesome for somebody like me, or like a monk. Mobile feat's amazing.
So let's deal with you first. When you're doing this sort of hit and run thing,
yeah,
what would you be targeting?
Well, hopefully the biggest one I can.
Okay.
Try to get it to turn around.
All right. And so now
I can expend all my arrows first if I need to.
Sure. But the question now is, if you're doing that, how far ahead are you getting of the normal party? You know, like if you succeed and you turn these things around, you know, you're still in the position where you're far away from the party.
I understand.
But
That's
now
fine.
these things are...
So long as I can kite them away, if I can come up to a hole, I will quickly pop my head up in the hole, scream, and then pop back down.
All right. Give me a total of 6 attacks from you.
Sure. You want with a bow or with a sword?
However you would like. Either way.
Okay, let's do the bow.
Okay. And typically going towards the largest one.
Yeah.
Give me 4 damage rolls then. Oh, never mind. They're already there. I see him. I see him.
I will say, however, if I get to the last hole, I'm not going to go beyond that because I don't want to get trapped in a place where I have to try to dig myself out. I will jump out of the last hole.
We're all in the tunnel now.
Oh, we are?
Are we?
Okay. Yeah.
Are we?
That's what I thought.
Why?
We're chasing them from above ground. We're not
Yeah,
jumping
I
in
didn't
the
think
tunnel.
anybody but
Only tadpoles in the tunnel.
Tadpole. Whoa.
If we're in the
Oh,
tunnel,
and-
we die. The tunnel is death.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't want to be in the tunnel because I'm pulling them faster than you guys can run.
So you would get your attacks off, and then eventually they would turn and they would surface.
Okay, that's fine.
So where we would be, we would wind up putting, well, we would wind up moving everybody back. We'll be very generous about it. Because
You're just such a generous person.
what's the point of having skills if you cannot use them? We will put... Oh, come on. That's not the right one either. I hate tokens. Whoops. We will put you here. Everyone else except for Janeon was moving full speed, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if possible, I want Rick to carry me.
Here's what we're gonna do. It will be Tadpole versus the enemy for 2 turns. After 2 full turns, the other members of the party arrive. After 4 turns, Janeon will arrive. At an unspecified point in time, the mob will arrive. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yep.
So for now, let us get initiative from Tadpole and the beasties.
Oh, hold on. I didn't have my thing selected. Sorry.
Sure, no worries.
Oh, we have to put our tokens back out. That's why.
Your token, you're over here right now, but I'm moving everybody else away. They don't exist.
I'm riding the wall.
You're riding the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, there I am. Okay. All right. So my initiative was 17, regardless of whatever I just rolled.
Okay. I will change it in just a moment.
I got it.
Okay. You can change it. That is the wrong sheet. Yes, Riley, what can I do for you?
Will you watch my hamster while I'm gone?
Yes, I will watch your hamster while you were gone.
Wow.
Good old Grim getting all of the crit fails out of the way for it.
Well, I'm going to try to kite them around away from everybody. So you guys can do ranged attacks to try to keep.
Are you telling me you need a couple of more?
No, I'm telling the group. I'm going to try to
Squares?
kite them away. Yeah. You can, however you want to do it. Just DM it or group. No, I'm going to try to kite the guys away.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you
Try to avoid physical.
Your attention at, or excuse me, you have their attention at this point.
Hmm?
I don't know if anybody else could hear my daughter running down the hallway.
Yeah, I did.
Tadpole, your turn.
Okay, I do have a signal whistle, just so you know. So
Mhm.
I'm got that in my mouth, blowing and blowing and blowing.
Like crazy.
Like crazy. So I'm going to be shooting with my bow, sadly with disadvantage, and then again probably going this way to try to keep out of range these guys and away from the group. All right?
Away from the large group, you mean?
Large group and away from my group.
Okay.
I want my group to be able to use ranged weapons for a while.
Okay.
Unless they tell me otherwise. I am listening, but my goal is to try to keep them away from both parties.
For two turns, you do what you have to do to not get mauled by that massive horde.
Yeah, so here's my two. Hey, like that one. That was a... However, I do like that one.
And this is against the smaller ones or the larger
No,
ones?
I'm going against the big one. I'll try to kill that
Still
big
big
one.
one. Okay.
Yeah. Annoy the mama.
It is thoroughly annoyed.
Good. It's my speciality, annoying people.
And then move where you'd like to move after the end of your attack.
So,
all right.
Would she be young dragon sized?
She is huge. I forget exactly how that translates in 5th, if it's different than 3rd, but...
Oh, so she's 3rd edition huge.
Yes.
Alright. So yeah, young dragon size-ish.
Come on.
Give or take 10 feet.
There you go. And
all right.
That was one turn movement. I took 2 shots. So I would technically do it again if they're following.
Well, they are following at this point. They're
okay. So I assume you can say, so if I don't have to take the, I'll do just 40 if I just want to stay.
You broke up in
out
the
of the
middle of
range.
that. I'm sorry.
Sorry. So I'm not necessarily taking the full 50.
Mm-hmm.
If I can go 40 and stay the same distance out of range of them, but close enough to taunt them. That's what I'm trying to do. Basically, you know what kiting is.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm trying to kite them.
All right. The big one on land is slow.
I like it.
But
he has a ranged attack of 100 feet.
He doesn't have a ranged attack of 100 feet, unfortunately. So it's moot.
Do you ever see the movie Starship Troopers?
Yes.
I'm thinking of the big bugs that shoot out of their butt. The blue.
I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm envisioning right now.
You're probably not. Yeah, that's really not too far off.
Great.
No, they have a very similar attack to the other ones that we've seen. Ugh. Look, we're just moving those. I'm not figuring it out exactly. All right. One turn down. This one will move right here, and it will attack you with a toxic spike.
Oh. Is that a ranged attack?
It is a ranged attack of 60 feet.
Is it a projectile?
It is a projectile.
I love it. Go ahead. Okay. So
it is
deflect missiles. 14. I'm going to catch that sucker and throw it right back at him.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Deflect missiles.
Yoo-hoo. You have proficiency and it's a monk weapon.
Yep. So
Not sure what monk weapon means for this.
So a 1d10 plus your dexterity.
Yeah. Which I have already. I made a macro for, so it's 14.
I already rolled that.
Okay, which would have done. And then if you reduce it to 0, you can catch it if it's small enough. Spend 1 key point to make a range attack of 20-60.
Oh, it's only 20 feet. Then I'm not going to throw it back.
Okay.
I'm just going to deflect it.
You save it when you get closer and just shove it in its eye.
Yeah. Basically, it does no damage.
Yeah. Either
Wipe
way,
on.
it
Wipe
does
off.
no damage.
Wipe on. Wipe off. That's it. I'm a little karate kid going on here.
And there is a repeat, I believe. Yes.
Can I see what their range is on their ranged weapons?
It's 60
approximately.
feet. 60.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't mind telling you.
What's my AC here?
I don't
AC
know why
is
it's popping
16.
up. But it should be... Oh, that's why. It's not a flat 110. It's a flat 10. A DC 10 con save to negate the poison damage completely.
Let's see if I deflect it, though.
Sure.
I deflect it.
Okay. And a repeat, of course.
Let's see if I deflect it. How much damage
8.
does that? Okay, yep, deflect it.
Please say you're going to throw the spike back at it. Is it small enough?
This is the large one doing the same attack, only slightly different. Missing miserably.
He hits one of the small ones in front of him.
14 probably miss.
Yeah, I have an AC of 16.
Yeah.
Okay, that hits. Oh, good. Still
Tadpole,
deflected.
your turn.
Yeah, 2 of these things now.
Okay. Well, I will take a shot at. Let's see, what is my distance to the queen still? Let's see here. Range on a short bow is. Let's see, what is the range on a short bow? Here, I got it written down here somewhere. 80. Okay, so I'm still within range of the the queen. So I'm going to take another shot at the queen.
Mm-hmm.
With disadvantage, of course. 12 does not hit.
Miss, I'm afraid.
That's fine. And I am going to get a little farther away. So, got to keep moving things around. Let's see here. I assume that might. That's a little too far. There you go. Things like something like there, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the queen will move slowly towards you.
The other guys are going faster than the queen, though, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Like, significantly faster. Like double, in fact. And I believe you're going to be out of range of everything. So, we are just going to start moving. Oh, you might not be out of range of him. Yep.
Miss.
Miss anyways?
Do they have the same type of night vision issues that I do? Sunlight?
They do
sunlight
not.
sensitive? Okay.
Nope, out of range.
Sorry about taking up a lot of your time there, guys.
That's all good.
Are they able to get, our group able to get attacks in with ranged weapons? Are they within range during all this?
We're not here yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
When they get here, they'll be coming up right on the edge of the map.
Okay. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is make it so we can pick them off at range.
And they have come onto the map right on the edge, all except for Janeon. Right on the edge, excuse me. So if you would please roll initiative. Well, now, let me actually stop you. Keep on rolling initiative, but this is under the presumption that you want to get it in fight as well. If we do not wish to get into fight, we can keep our range from them.
I mean, can we sort of like kind of wear them down from a distance kind of thing?
You can do your best to.
You could certainly try.
Rick, what do you think? And play Janeon whenever he gets here eventually. Guys.
I mean, I totally have range. I have ranged weapons.
I mean, they'd probably take some of those higher floors, but the queen being his big issue.
Why do my skates always fall off?
I think whatever we do, we really just need to hold off until the mob gets here. Like,
Yeah, let's just let them move forward.
we really should have got these all the way back to the mob before getting them out of the ground, but hey, it's a bit late.
Got 120 foot range. I can pick off small ones from a distance, and they can't hit me, I'm pretty sure. Right? 120 feet? They have a 60-foot shot, right?
Zush has a couple of javelins left.
Yeah. I'm going to yell, take out the queen. Take out the big one.
115 feet away from her. That works for me.
I do also have a bottle of bees that summons a bee swarm.
A bottle of bees, huh?
Bees.
That's just funny.
How many bees and honey-orientated things do we have? Because Zush has a wand as well, or a mace.
There's 2, I believe.
Yeah.
One's technically hornets, but you know.
Yes.
Same difference.
What is this,
And
terrarium?
I can use my gust of wind again, but there's a 20% chance of it not working and tearing into useless non-magic.
Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta grab something for my daughter.
Well, that's your call. That's your fan. It's a 20% 1 in 5 chance. That's a big chance.
Yeah, I don't remember. And it's a cumulative chance.
Yeah, I'd save it for an emergency, like if you're getting ganked by a lot of them and you need to create space. That's when you use it with that charge to break.
I love playing monks. They're a lot of fun. I just hope one of the next places we go, the shift, is not sunny all the time.
We will go next time to the bone zone, in which everything will be made out of bone.
Yeah.
The people.
Do we know ahead of time where it shifts to?
Nope.
No.
The warlord have a holiday.
Alright. Thunder at my house.
The wall would become an entire plane of existence and destroy all reality. Now, that would...
What? Alright, so starting off at the top. More things coming towards Tadpole. And Tadpole, we made a little bit of mistake. That uses up a reaction, your arrow catch, so you couldn't have done it against everyone.
Oh, all right. Well, go ahead and do some damage.
No. But moving forward, we'll...
Sure.
No, just as a clip, this is all the crew that we're fighting, right?
How big are the spikes?
Well, they vary a little bit from 1 to 1, but
Hand-sized?
they're like dagger sized, even on the smallest.
Cool.
The queen is,
Keep some of
you know,
those. Make
practically
some
a
knives.
two-handed sword coming at you.
I know.
Okay, well,
forget.
here's my first one.
Don't forget,
Okay. I do deflect that one.
Okay.
you can throw it back at them. as
Yeah, but
part of-
only. Yeah, but only 20 feet is the.
Ah,
And
Otherwise,
after that's
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
well, you're already at disadvantage, so you still got
That's
60
true.
feet either way.
So would you like to go ahead and toss it at this
No.
first one? I mean,
No.
Okay.
No. I got my key points are precious. I only have 3 left.
gotcha.
Oh, do you have to use the key to throw it back as well? I thought
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. That's
The owl, would you like it to do
Okay.
anything?
The owl will dash forward here-ish.
Okay.
Oh, are we in the, we're above ground now, right? Or
You are above ground. I assumed you all traveled above ground.
are
from the
they above
beginning.
ground?
Yes, they are above ground as
Okay.
well.
Can I come out the tunnel?
If you'd like to come out the tunnel, you can come out the tunnel.
I'm coming out the tunnel riding the wall.
loses concentration, gets eaten by.
No, that's why I jump off the wall the second I'm out of the tunnel, because then I count as in the combat.
Another one coming at you, Tadpole.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Miss.
Just get the wall as close to the queen as possible.
That's basically my plan.
They can't outrun
another
it.
one coming at you. That's a miss. It's a very similar miss. And it is your turn. You did notice during that turn that the larger ones went back towards the queen.
Okay. And what is my group doing? They
have just shown up. They have not taken an action yet.
Okay. I am going to, I guess, move towards my group then, trying to stay outside of projectile range of these guys.
Sure. We're going to shift everything over just a tiny little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. And we'll shift everybody over.
We lost time with Fusa.
2, 3, 4,
there we go.
5, 6 squares. Okay. So now you got a little bit of wiggle room, and we'll move you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're actually right here.
All right. All right, that's where I'll go.
You okay? Everybody's still here?
The Rick's just going in and out.
I got you.
You good?
Yep. And I'm going to get a shot off with my bow. And let's see if I'm still within range of the queen.
You're in 140 of the queen.
That would be disadvantage. So I'm going to do this guy, small guy closest to me.
Okay.
With my bow.
The small ones are adults, right?
Yes. Hits it, not quite enough to drop it.
That's fine.
Adrian, it is your turn. Excuse me, you'll have to give me a second to grab the phone. I'm sorry.
Do I want to attack the big group with the big birds, or do I want to kill the adults? Give me an option.
Get the adults out of the way, because they can wear us down with the toxic spikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they all have a toxic spike.
Yeah, but there's more of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, clear out the underbrush.
Fireball.
Get the air.
Unless we could figure out. Oh yeah, if you got a fireball, definitely. If we could take out that queen, that would.
Those motherfuckers.
So we're about to get torn up by basically archers.
It was junk mail anyway.
I must first praise the god.
Just so I know, for when I come into battle, where is the tunnel?
The tunnel is almost parallel to where they were. I will mark it down right now.
About there-ish?
Ah, the dice fucked me.
Because they've had 2 turns.
Yeah, it actually would be probably... You have 2 more turns before you're here.
Yeah. I'm just thinking 2 turns since she came out, wouldn't the tunnel have gone to about there?
I get these 6 adults here.
What do you do?
Fireball these 6 adults.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't hear that. Sorry. Okay, so dexterity saves. Starting from the top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Half.
Half is enough to kill them all anyway.
Oh, okay, cool. Die, burn.
And then, which other ones were in it? The big guy?
He was out of it. These 2 should have been in it.
Okay. Alright, well, that got you some breathing room.
Yeah.
Proceed to stand behind Rick.
Let's see. It is the large one's turn.
Sudden Janeon just shows up right here and charges at it. Oh god.
sort of pushes past, but is out of range. Guts, it is your turn.
Guts is going to do what we wanted to do the first time. And, has more force.
Mm-hmm.
At the queen.
So that's intelligence.
Oh, come on. Last time you failed.
Not this time.
Well, last time never happened, but okay. Otherwise, that's it.
Okay. Right.
Dead.
Well, no, that's actually the living one's turn. There's a nice new threat in front of it. It is going to shoot its spike at you, Adrian.
Rick, help. That hits.
Yeah, I can't really do a lot yet.
And that's a DC 10 Constitution save to keep the poison off.
Oh God.
Oh.
That's 10 points of damage. That one is dead. This one moves forward, but has used its stuff. This one comes forward and does the same to ya.
Were behind people give me some sort of cover? You know,
No, because they're dodging just as much as you're trying to.
Another DC 10 con save.
Okay.
Okay, take 8. Zoosh.
She is going to use another one of her javelins against the closest one. Why does that keep resetting?
Hey Rick, you got those potions still?
Alright, well that's a hit.
Yeah, I never had potions.
Oh, the damage, yes, that's right.
Ooh, not quite enough to kill it.
And then she's gonna come back on this side.
Alright.
That's her turn.
Rick.
I am going to rage, and then...
You know, speaking of that, Rick, when you come down from your range, don't you get a level of exhaustion?
Is that a thing?
I think it depends on the type of barbarian, I think.
Yeah, he's not that type, I'm pretty sure.
You're thinking of the... what the hell?
Berserker?
Yeah, Berserker.
He's a
Okay,
totem.
that's right. You're the totem. Alright, you do not have 2 levels of exhaustion then.
Lucky.
No, luckily not.
Same.
Yeah, I will... At first I'll rage, and then I'm gonna run up in front of these two.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being able to spend basically all day angry. You're basically
every day, my friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and attack each of them once. And then...
those are both hits. And because the one received damage before, that's enough to kill them both.
And then I'm going to use the last little bit of my movement to just get a little bit back towards the group.
Alright, this one's turn, and it is going to come forward 40. And Toxic Spike at you, Rick.
Thank God.
Unless, of course, it can hit Adrian.
No.
I'm kidding. You're just out of range. I already knew.
It's gonna be a hit.
All right. Well, DC 10 con save to prevent 1.
Why am I doing everything?
You take 3. The owl
is going to distract Creed,
Okay.
giving anyone who hits it advantage the next time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay. We are going to move forward 40. Yeah, we're still going to move forward 40. And we're going to attack Rick with a toxic spike. And I can get rid of that sheet. And it's a miss. Pretty much the same thing. All right, again, DC 10. Yeah, it's a save. You take 2. Tadpole.
Okay. I'm going to spend another key point and do the Step of the Wind. It should take me, I think, there.
Okay.
And I am going to then shoot my bow at the big guy.
Okay.
That does not hit.
I'm afraid not.
Okay.
With I'll be giving advantage.
Which makes it normal.
Oh, yeah.
It only makes it normal because
Yeah.
Tadpole normally has disadvantage. So it's still only 11.
Adrian, it is your turn.
If I made a wall of 5-foot cubed in front of me as a barrier, would that make them unable to see me for the sake of getting ranged attacks?
No.
Cover?
Like, it could give you some cover, yeah. But they could still see you. I mean, they're, 10 feet tall. They can easily see over.
They're not small.
Okay, damage or Rick? Damage or help Rick? Flip a coin.
Do damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna do damage. Right here, I get all of them. The owl is gonna. We just assume the owl is above big dude by a while, so I'm not sure what the owl is, like, vertically speaking.
Like, if you're dropping another fireball there, your owl's going to be in it, probably.
Goes boom boom.
Goes boom boom.
Okay, bye. Familiar. Goodbye, owl.
Potentially goes boom boom, let's say.
No, it has 1 HP. It's dead.
Oh,
Even
yes.
if it saves, it's dead.
All right.
It's still worth it, though, for that damage.
Let's start at the Hive Lords, top left, moving down. Dexterity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us do the Brood Mother.
Yeah, it fails.
All right, so let's see. This one is a fail, so it takes 28. This one is a pass, so it takes 14. This one is a pass, so it takes 14. This one is a fail, so it takes 28. This one is a fail, so I gotta do math because it's already damaged. Oh, but it's easy math.
Quick math.
Quick maths.
No, if you have the HP on the tokens, you can just put minus or plus it, and it'll do it for you.
No, I know. Like, I had everybody's on the tokens except for the queens. But, you know. Okay. It's the queen's turn.
No, I'm running the fuck away.
Oh, you're gonna run away. Okay. Probably.
Running 30 feet off screen.
Probably smart. Here we will. Here we'll just move everybody a little bit over.
And then, you know, fuck it. Misty step another 30 feet.
Okay. Guts.
I forgot I was Guts.
Yeah, no worries.
Make them some sad bugs that meant for few.
Oh, right, chef. That would Guts have. Let me check her shit. She doesn't have her shit in the goddamn features and traits. I don't know what she has.
Yeah, she has it all in her bio.
Does she? Oh. Leave her north 60 feet, can hear you. She is cutting words now, right? Level 5.
Should do.
Okay, anyhow, what is that spell? Are these creatures wise? I know they're stupid. Health Phantasmal Force, Big Green again.
Okay, so that's intelligence again.
You have a negative modifier, so please proceed to fail. Yeah, she's failed.
Okay.
I assume the Queen will see a 10-foot fire monster right here. Whatever Kruthic are afraid of.
Well, you don't really know what they're afraid of.
Well, I mean, the spell makes them afraid of stuff. Takes food in the mind, blah, blah, blah.
Let's see. Alright, and does it take damage on the turn, or is it...
If it's within 5 feet, which I want to make it in 5 feet. I owl, so it's like right here-ish.
Okay.
So 1d6 damage. Psychic.
Oh.
But it thinks it's being burned.
Alright.
Imagine
keep the
being
fire.
that stupid.
Go ahead and roll.
2 damage,
2.
but it's...
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, that too.
Alright, let's see. The thing's turn. Hold on one moment. Okay. So this one is going to come forward and attack Rick twice. Not right there, but right there.
Almost within range.
They're both it.
I should have given you haste, honestly. I would have missed.
13 damage. All right, Zoosh.
Would going, if it'll let me ping, would going there give me and Rick flanking?
We'll go ahead and say yeah.
Well, in that case, she will move there and use that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what?
12 is a
22.
miss.
22.
22. You're right. That's absolutely a hit.
Don't forget your normal attack.
Yeah, I'm about to do that next. I was just getting this for the heal first. Deals its normal damage plus Constitution modifier. So +3.
Mm-hmm.
And she gains that in temporary HP.
Yep.
Sweet. And then she's going to follow up with her multi-attack.
Mm-hmm. Hit and hit. Ooh.
Bees.
Bees!
Not the bee.
Oh, that didn't work.
Is that plane bloodied? Holy shit.
No. These things are, like, super beefy. I'm kidding. It is bloodied.
Fireball. Please help.
Rick, push this things in.
But they are super beefy. Rick, it is your turn.
I think I will. I'll make a multi-attack, but I'll make one attack with the club and one with an axe. So I'll just sort of attack with the club and then drop it and pull out the axe and attack with that.
Okay.
Two-handed. Are you just dropping everything?
He's dropping.
Okay.
I'm going to hold on to the axe.
Sure.
I've got a shield and club that's one-handed that I'll just drop and I'll grab out the axe and attack.
All right. It is looking the worse for wear now.
Is that the big guy?
Still alive, but the worse for wear. That is the one in...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The other one's turn is going to come up and attack Rick with advantage. Uh, 14?
14 doesn't.
Okay.
I know the armor he's in.
And take 8. Janeon appears on the scene.
Just right here, just bursting up with the wall, and then just a backflip.
Yeah.
Roll initiative,
Yeah.
Janeon.
Yep. Just let me
Well, I'd be
make sure.
very honest with you. You'd appear here on the edge of the map.
I thought I was coming out the tunnel.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
you're
tunnel.
in the tunnel, but you're still here.
Ah.
You're just
Okay.
getting here. All right. And I will reascend.
Adventures assemble.
Oh, if I'm not coming out outside the tunnel.
You want to
Oh,
be
yeah,
outside
I'll just-
the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I was gonna like come out flanking the bugs.
I
You
got
just
you.
Kool-Aid Man's the ground.
Yeah.
This one. Moves 40 feet back. This one does the same.
The cavalry's coming.
Tadpole, your turn.
Okay. I am going to.
Oh shit, the cavalry's coming.
Oh, these guys moved back over here, huh?
Mhm.
Okay. Great. So I am going to move. See. Actually, I'm going to stay there and just shoot. Right where I'm at. At the big guy.
Okay.
Booyah.
Big hit.
And I'm just going to move just a couple feet over.
That one, the brood mother, is bloodied.
Woohoo! Take that, bitch.
Okay. And then we'll move in 20 closer to everybody. And then we'll take 1d6?
Yes.
Yes. I just couldn't remember if it was its turn or your turn.
I don't know. My turn.
It's your turn? Okay. Alright, well, Adrian, it's your turn.
Oh no. Where's my fucking... There we go. I moved the turn order to the chat, but it's a different place when it's minimized than when it's open. Anyhow, I step 5 feet forward. I'm going to unload on the queen.
Mm-hmm. With... Okay. Those are all 3 hits.
Bam, 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 bam. 1 slinking. 26 damage. I proceed to fuck off another 5 feet back, 10 feet back. Go with 15 there. Be behind the wall.
Guts, it is your turn.
Guts is going to proceed to use the... She's no level 3 attack spells, really, so she's going to cast Dissonant Whispers, level 3, on the big queenie queen.
Okay. A wisdom
5 feet
saving throw.
Okay, but she takes half damage then.
Okay.
3d6 plus... Okay, this is a first level spell, so that's second and third. That's 5d6. 8 damage. She's gonna back up.
What spell slot are you casting?
Level 3. This is 3 plus 2.
Right.
Back a bit. And that's guts. Oh, and the 1d6 from the thing.
Right.
It's just 1 damage. Yay. Dies.
Janeon.
I'm going to start by let me just remeasure this. Yeah. I'm going to use my Nimble Escape.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. Sorry, I keep forgetting that doesn't give me dash. In that case, I will...
For the record, I assume you're not close to it.
No. Yeah, I'll move up in line with Gut and let loose that at the queen.
Mm-hmm.
At disadvantage, but doesn't matter. But it has the grasping arrow effect on it.
Okay.
So
next turn, 2d6 poison.
Yep.
Or it takes poison now and it takes slashing if it tries to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And it can only move 10 feet now.
Yeah. We're going to pile on to Rick at advantage. Taking 7 damage. Zoosh.
Zoosh is going to make another multi-attack.
Both of those are hits.
Does that drop it?
It sure does.
And then she's going to come over there.
All right. The living one is going to attack Rick twice without advantage this time.
The first one hit.
For 6. And Rick, it is your turn.
Fuck it up.
Can I try and move the wall forward?
You sure can.
Yes, I was going to say, if you can move the wall forward, I have a plan for my next turn with the wall as well.
Yep.
But I'm afraid you do not.
Whoop. Wrong
Rip.
button.
Janeon just shows up at the wall, then leaves.
Good, now stay. All right. Let's see.
No, I wanted to get grasping arrow or grasping shot on the big thing first, and then
this one will
my
come.
next turn.
Oh, this one will come close. But we also see on the other side of them that reinforcements have arrived. Whoops, that's not the right button. No, I don't want to enable Fog of War.
These little pogs better not turn up and steal all our kills. We've nearly aced this.
And so I will rerun initiative. Just uno momento.
I'm waiting for the Tarrasque size bug. Plot twist, this plane is a bug.
Next plane is now the Tarrasque plane. We were on a Tarrasque in space.
That's a religion I can get behind.
The cavalry's arrived. Trick boys, kill the queen. We can make armor out of it.
That's what I was thinking, but this guy's gonna turn up and steal our kills.
Definitely take any high rolls with us. Make armor out of that shit.
Forgot 2 people.
That's fine.
Oh. No wonder. Alright, so reordering initiative, but the first 2 have taken their turns, and so the one misses. It is Chol's turn. So you're noticing that when they're coming up, they're armed for bear. Normally, throughout the adventures, they haven't really been equipped as adventurers would be. They've been wearing cheap leather, pretty much that. They've had some serviceable weapons by their side, but nothing really outstanding in the word of quality. But now, as you see that they're approaching, they've definitely got their finest on there. And Chol, as he happens to go forth, shouts at you from over the fighting. Could you use a hand?
Just one or two?
Now we're good. Go away.
We
Kill
got
the queen!
They are straight up asking if you wish for assistance in dealing with this or not.
Yes, damn you, yes!
Quick, Team Huddle, no, we don't need them stealing our kills.
Kill them
I'm
all!
pretty fucked up.
To be fair, yeah, he's fucked up that there's 2 high lords we haven't touched really besides my fireball. Queen's almost dead.
True.
Wally can't move fast enough.
Well,
We
I was
need
gonna double move Wally on my next turn.
It's an action.
I know, but I've got action surge, which allows me 2 action.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say yes, we need help.
Well, here's the important thing: is you were going to try to move Wally twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Try. So yeah, get the high lords.
So again, do we wish for them to get involved or not?
Yes!
Yes.
Yes.
Take
yes.
the 2 smaller ones.
Yeah, go after the high lords. We got the big one.
Chal moves 30. And honestly, that's probably the end of his action. Because he's still pretty far away.
Good help, Joel.
He's just got to power up first.
Tadpole, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to actually move closer. And I am going to make sure that's how far I want to be. I want to be 1 square further away.
Further away, okay.
And I'm going to shoot my bow.
All right. That's
This bow is quite effective. I'm liking this bow.
Very good.
And that is my movement. That's where I'm at.
Adrian.
I need to move 10 feet close. Range. Go. For firebolt array. Pew, pew. Yee.
Wow, double crit.
It's gonna be 2 1s, just wait.
Yeah.
Save that for last. Get the bad roll out of the way. 11. So 26 again. I got the kill.
It goes down, never
I get all
having
that
attacked.
Sweet chitin.
Wow.
What size is that?
It's huge.
I'm raising that shit as a zombie.
Yay!
Not if we harvest it for
I
meat
almost
and
said I almost said I didn't see how strong its attacks were.
It was strong. Okay.
Do the rest of the bugs go crazy with no queen now, by chance?
Maybe?
No.
Locked. It is, okay.
So we got all those crispy bugs up there. We got the high-low, we got the queen now.
Then again, it has been referred to as a brood mother, so it could not be the queen.
Guts.
Well, how damaged is this one?
That one? 14.
Second, super tough, holy potato, dissonant. Does Thunderwave do more damage? 2d8. 48. Now do Dissonant Whispers, make it run away. Roll 3 Dissonant Whispers on the Brood Lord.
And that is...
15 Wisdom?
Wisdom? Yes. It is not swayed by your... Alright, so it takes 11. Janeon.
And bonus word real quick.
Hold on.
First,
You're gonna what?
no. What do you need to do first?
Level 2.
Guts is healing word somebody.
Rick.
Rick.
Thank you.
7 health.
For 7. And now it is Janion's turn.
We'll try one of these first. So we'll move Wally.
You get 30 of movement.
Yep. For some reason I can't control him. If you want to chuck him like.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, on the other side. They're on the other side. Of the
down here?
Group. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then
then I will probably fail this, but we'll give it another try. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's my action surge used to.
Now that Wally is actually close, I'm gonna run initiative for Wally too, just to know when it attacks.
Well, if we have to, oh, because it attacks autonomously if it's within range. Yeah. And then, yep, fuck it. Rick, take advantage for your next turn.
All right, that's the dead one. So it is Kive's turn, and he does very similar and moves up 60. Skarg, again, more or less the same thing. Moves up 60. Skarg, however, does fire a crossbow at the lower one.
Daddy?
Yes?
How much longer till your meeting's over?
30 minutes to an hour.
Okay, and then will it be over?
Yep, and then it'll be over.
Okay. I'm gonna set a timer on my tablet for 30 minutes.
Well, it might be an hour.
I should throw my necklace to Zush. Let her try and take the wall.
She's got 17 strength, so it wouldn't be terrible.
Because I was thinking I could move it, but then I was thinking if I just take 2 attacks with advantage and then try and throw the amulet back as a bonus action, Zush could try and take advantage of it on her next turn. I can get that back off her at some point.
Well, Zush isn't going to be in a place to do that right now. Am I supposed to go, Grum?
Oh, sorry, I had muted myself.
So Zush is supposed to go?
Yes, it is Zush's turn.
Alright, she's going to come around this way. I measured it before, and she can do it. And to go there. And then her double attack.
That is 1 hit.
17. Advantage because it's like fully surrounded, so that's 2 hits,
You're right.
isn't it?
It is 2. Yep.
Yeah. So that's 31.
All right. Let's see. Vex. Again, more or less the same. 60 forward. Rick, your turn.
I will take a multi-attack on this one that's closest to me.
It's a hit. That's a hit. Man, you do so much damage.
It's a really nice attack.
Especially with 20 strength.
Yeah, that helped.
It's bloodied, like Like very bloodied.
Very, 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 very. Very.
And this one is going to go for the weakest link and attack Zoosh.
The bastard.
But no advantage.
One hit then.
For 6.
She's still got 2 temporary hit points.
Oh no! Is the first person killed going to be Zoosh?
Oh, temp hit
No,
points.
Temp hit points. She's still got 22.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, she used a Hungry Jaws earlier.
Yeah, but I thought she only gained 3 off of that.
No, it's the damage, isn't it? That's dealt.
I don't remember.
Just double check. It
Yeah,
deals
so-
normal damage and you gain... Oh, no, okay. So, let me just modify that, yeah. She still doesn't take very much damage. But you are right.
Okay, so Kif is going to move forward 30 and cast that one spell that blurs her. What do you call it? Blur. Remy is going to move next to Rizzo. And we'll be done. Let's see. This one is going to lay into Remy and Rizzo.
No, not the rats.
Starting at the top.
Yes. The immortal rats. We so need to worry about
No,
the immortal
they're
were
the
rats.
actual rat with the dire
They're,
rat.
they're,
These two are the
they're
dire
not.
rats,
It's
yeah.
just
Oh, no, not the rats.
Which takes 15, but does not quite kill it.
Just not quite, oh god.
This one is going to come into... No, that's not how they work.
Also, we
This
can't
one's
see their
going to come
names.
into and attack the bot. You can't see their names?
No. I see Vex and Chol and Skarg.
There. And this one will be attacking Rizzo with advantage.
No.
So you can probably say goodbye to that rat.
No.
Maybe not.
Tanker.
It's still alive. Sort of.
Oh shit! The tank
It
is.
squeaks pitifully.
It's certainly not happy. All right, it is Chol's turn. Chol is going to move forward 30 and is going to attack with 2 daggers that are sort of going to hover around him and then dart forward and attack. Okay, here we go. First one, which is a miss. Second one, which is a hit for 10. Ooh. I just backed out. Hold on.
Yay.
I'll be back in a moment. Oh, for a second I thought I was going to mess up the turn order. I did the damage. Okay. Tadpole, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to move here, spend 1 key point, and do Fury of Blows, which gives me an extra unarmed attack. So here's my dagger, or my short sword, I mean. And I do not have disadvantage, but that still doesn't hit. And then 2 headbutts, or 2 kicks. All right. Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to...
Give me just
move.
1 second. Like, every single tab I had closed when I left. And I am one of those individuals that can do one thing at a time. Alright, so we were attacking this closest one. That's a miss. That's a hit and a hit. Okay.
Yep. And I moved away.
Oh, I guess the monsters need sheets too, don't they? Alright, Adrian, it is your turn.
Okay. Is this baddie's alive still? I firebolt him.
Okay.
And I miss, because I suck, apparently.
You miss, because you suck, apparently.
And then Guts will proceed to stab.
Is actually loked before launch.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
Guts goes back.
She's going to come forward. She's going to attack. Twice. And, well, I know how much damage she does.
Poncho.
Uh-huh. Guts.
C2, stab.
Mm-hmm.
And miss also.
And unfortunately miss.
Do it, Janeon.
Janeon. Like, it's not on the edge of death. It's comparatively on the edge of death.
So 1 attack.
Well, that's a hit.
And then another attack.
Now it's pretty much on the verge of death.
And then now I'll use Nimble Escape to disengage. And then I will move my 25 this way to go help the rat folk.
Okay. It is Kives' turn. Kives will come around behind. And... Kives will attempt to net the larger one.
Of course he does.
That's a hit. Okay. Skarg will move 30. And... heck, he'll move in another. But he will not attack. Karta will... Oops, that's not right. She will throw a dagger at the one on the top. She gets to choose an elemental charge to have. She will choose fire. But she will miss miserably. Rizzo. He will attack. He will miss. Zoosh.
Zoosh will make a multi-attack, but she's going to use her reckless attack as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they get advantage. But they would have anyway, actually.
Yeah, I'm afraid those are both misses even with advantage.
Yeah, I noticed that. I suppose that's her turn.
Okay. Vex will move forward. Attack the one in front of her twice. Expend a charge. That's not right. Oh, no, that is right. It's just weird. Okay. All right, Rick, it is your turn. It is nearly dead in front of you.
I didn't catch the end of it.
It is nearly dead in front of you. It is dead in front of you.
I'm not sure if I even needed the second attack.
You did not.
It's not like I can attack twice and then run over here.
Yeah.
And then attack again. It's about my limit.
Okay, Wally does not attack anybody. Kif. Is just going to get in to combat. Remy is going to attack. Gonna miss. This one is going to probably attack Vex with advantage. Pretty hard. The other one is going to do the same thing. Again with advantage. Joel's going to attack it again, pretty much from where he stands. First and second. First misses. The second misses. Tadpole.
Never fear, Tadpole is here. Dun dun dun. And I'm going to come right here, and I will spend my last key point to do Fury of Blows again.
Mm-hmm.
Got misses, and then 2 kicks.
They both hit.
And then I am going to move away again.
Adrian. Oh, the bottom one is bloodied as well.
Okay. I go pew. Did that hit?
Yes. Which one? Top one, bottom one?
Bottom. For
Okay.
14 damage.
All right. Locked. Attacks twice. Locked does a special thing for rolling a 20.
How the fuck does he have plus 12?
So I roll for all my... Anybody who has character stats, I roll using the same method that we did. Locked rolled a 22 and a 21.
Wow.
So he's stronger than me. He's got like a +6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it does an additional just 1d4. Yeah, Locked is crazy strong. Guts,
I
your
could
turn.
go to the rat house.
Adrian is Guts.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She is going to. What do I have left? I got level 2 left, I think. On the bottom one.
Okay, Wisdom.
That works finally, yay!
For 12.
That's making its reaction move as far as it can away from me.
Yes, and in doing so, takes a whole bunch of hits. So we'll do one from Skarg. And we'll do the big one from Skarg. Skarg, of course, misses. We'll do Locked. Well, Locked never misses.
How can you with a +12?
And one from Vex.
Perfect.
Would Rizzy get one?
Doesn't matter, it's enough to bring it down.
Is it though?
It is. It had 2 hit points left.
Oh.
There. Janeon. There's one left. It is currently trapped by a net.
Oh, first things first, I'll move to about there. And then, I guess...
So at this point, as you're plugging it full of holes, Kives is shouting not to kill it. Oops, that wasn't supposed to be that.
Well, I don't.
He's more sort of pleading with everyone, and he
How
backs off.
how close to dead is it? I can hold
It's
those
pretty.
attacks.
It's not super close. It's past bloodied, but look, a little while around to beating it on is probably going to kill it.
I'll leave the attacks then, and I'll just I'll go to there and
do non-lethal.
Use an action to take back one of my boomerangs.
Okay.
Out of the corpse of the mother.
Skarg certainly does not listen.
And it kills it.
And it does a lot, but doesn't kill it. That bludgeoning does not gain the benefit of a critical. Oh no.
I still say we could have taken those other 2 without the rats.
You might have been able to.
I mean, I haven't been touched yet.
But I guess the question is when we start dying, whatever. Carta's going to throw another dagger at it with fire again.
Yeah, I was pretty close.
It's going to miss again. Rizzo's going to bite it. Going to hit for once. Zoosh
is going to move to there and throw her, pretty sure, second to last javelin. I haven't been marking them off, but I'll round them down.
Sounds about right. That's a hit. For 9. Very close to going down now.
And that's Zush's turn.
Vex. Vex would try to go non-lethally and attack it, so whatever we're looking at half damage if we hit.
Is that how you do non-lethal? Half damage?
Not typically, but for NPCs, that's the way I'm doing it.
That's fine. That's fine.
But still does not quite bring it down. Rick, your turn.
I'm going to. I'll get right up to it. And can I?
The question is, are you going lethally or you're going to go non-lethal? Okay, go for it.
I want to go non-lethal.
Again, what we'll say is we'll just say half damage or punching. Punching works fine. And that is exactly enough to bring it down.
Yay!
Alive, but unconscious.
If it wasn't, I still hadn't.
Yeah, you still had another attack, but...
Bam.
But if that knocked it out,
well, we have plenty of meat to feed the people now.
You do.
I go up to the food, whatever, and I just start thinking the possibility.
There's a lot of them there. It's big. It's huge. It's going to be hard to move. But about this time as well, because we're hitting around 9 rounds in, the rest of the group, whom for some reason I cannot select, shows up to the fight as well.
Them.
They're roaring and ready to go, but there's nowhere to go right now. And again, you're heroes in their eyes, along with the rat folk to a smaller extent this time.
Clan Tadpole was successful again.
Well, I suppose we still need to get rid of some of these guards and militiamen either way. Let's keep going.
Let's go, people. They're all here, right?
Say that again?
I would scare them away, though, if we started killing people.
I'm sure it would.
Yeah, no.
Well, I collect my boomerangs back up and what ammos I can position Janeon and then start butchering.
What's near us? There are trees and stuff? And they all...
Very few trees, again. Think grassland. Plains. Savannah.
There's not enough wood to make a cart to push this thing in if it was very loose.
Yeah, not really. Like, you could figure something out eventually. I mean, you do have a lot of manpower to drag things, as it were.
First things first. I preserve the corpse.
You preserve the corpse.
Are we not butchering the big one then?
No, I'm making that into a...
Let's not butcher the big one.
We're gonna live inside that thing.
Okie dokie. We're gonna go ahead and end this session here. I hope it was not too bad. Again, it got a little sloggy towards the end, I realize.
That's okay. It's part of the game.
Probably for the best that you all did something different. Because, I mean, as you could tell, the plan was to surface right in the center of them and start going ham on people.
Yeah, we didn't lose one.
And you didn't lose a single one. And you stayed alive, too.
How about that?
That was the other thing I was worried about.
That sounds like level 6 plays.
Yeah.
How did we manage to keep everyone alive? Even the rat.
Even the dire rats are alive. He's on...
Even the dire...
I gotta check real quick again what he's on. He's at 22 out of 26.
Sweet level up, please.
Probably not now.
Zosh at least should.
Just imagine if the
I'll be
giant
very
corpse
frank.
could carry itself.
Our next session, probably depending on what you do, of course, probably going to be the closing of this plane. So likely level ups then.
Good.
So not quite yet, but soon. Again, depending on what we want to do.
Nice dark rainforest.
And before it's the desert with 5 suns this time.
There's a couple of extra suns.
No.
All right, well, good session, everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a good one. Again, nobody went down.
Weigh?
Huh?
Man, how much does the height of the Brood Queen weigh?
Man, I'd have to figure that out, honestly.
Can you share with us, the Brood Queen, some of the stats?
Sure. Here, let me run.
Okay.
Just kind of curious to see what we were facing.
Do the damage.
So that's a free hit with it if you are grappled, by the way, so it can still bash again. And then, of course, it has its own toxic spike.
But damage.
Oh, the damage?
Uh-huh.
Damage isn't crazy, but, you know. It's up there. And the DC is a 15 to resist its poison.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It pops up right there. It had...
And is it 15 to break the grade?
Yeah, it's... I like to do... There's 2 ways that I can do it, and I was going to bring it up with you either. Like, there's what it says, which is, like, I believe a straight 10. But I always feel like that doesn't reward strong people. So I was going to do, like, contesting strength rolls. And it has a strength of 20.
So it'd still be a contest of strength, even.
Well, good.
But yeah, thank you for joining us. If you're one of the people who have joined us on YouTube, certainly appreciate it. Next week we will not have a session.
Okay.
Because I have a friend whose birthday is next Wednesday.
Thursday at all?
We could probably see about Thursday again. I cannot guarantee quite this close. There's a chance I might have a hangover. But we'll look into it. I will let you know by the end of this week, however.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Again, I've been Grimcad. Thank you for joining us. It was a fun one. Peace out.